Wolge. And again, ball deflected out of bounds as Criddle was trying to get it to Cole. And getting her hand on it was Ava Monahan. Bounce pass comes to Criddle. About 7-8 feet behind the three-point line. Dribbles to the head of the key. Now bounces it right side to Cole. It's knocked away, and Ava Monahan dives to the floor. And she causes another, I don't know if they count that as a turnover or not, but it's an alternating possession, but the Donettes get the ball with 1:15 to go. And Tara Davis back in the game replacing Lily Knight. Number 30, Anandi Treadwell, 5'5" sophomore, comes in for Jackson. Haley Epps gives it in the corner to Monahan, dribbles back to the right wing. She lost the handle on it, runs it down on the right wing. And back out front, Treadwell knocked it away, but Epps is able to recover it and get it and give it back to Monahan on the baseline. And she dribbles it off her foot out of bounds. Really had no place to go there. She was cut off, and there was a defender standing in the lane even if she got by her. Treadwell in the back court, guarded by Haley Epps. Dribbles to the head of the key, passes right side to Cole. Hands it to Williams. Williams drives into the paint. Jumper up and good. That was a jump shot by Brooklyn Williams. And the Donettes throw it away. St. John's going to pick it up in the back court. Now Treadwell at the free throw line. Dribbles into the paint. And we're going to have a foul. And it's going to go on Haley Epps. That's her first, second team foul. Jackson with a chance to take the lead with 21 seconds left in the first quarter. Cole over to Williams, and we're going to have an illegal screen, I think, on number 30, Treadwell. They were trying to get Criddle open for a three in the corner, and she was open, but that's probably the reason she got open. Epps brings it into the front court. Cross-court pass. Monahan catches, goes up with it, her shot blocked, but Manus gets the ball. Now Davis bounces to Delila Watson. She goes up, and her shot's good, and she is fouled. She took it right at the big girl, and they have her listed at 6'1", but well, she looks like she is taller than that, but Delila at 5'8" took it right at her and got the bucket. She'll get a free throw. That was St. John's first 15 foul. And we got a bunch of substitutions coming in. Lily Knight checks back in. And I believe Emily Johansson along with Freedom Bates. Watson eyes up the free throw and she makes it. Well, I'll tell you what, her free throw shooting from the first of the year has really, really improved. And that is a buzzer to end the first quarter. And with old-fashioned three-point play by Delila Watson, the Donettes lead 10-6 over the Jackson Lady Indians. We will take a 1-minute break and be back. Kurt River Broadcasting.
We're for road trips. We're for hitting up Arthur Bryant's for lunch and making it to Lambert's for dinner. We're for drop tops, T-tops, classics, cruisers, steel horses, and real horses. Have you ever hit a deer? Yep, we're for you too. We're for getting stuck in traffic and 6-lane freeways that aren't so free. We're for Missouri license plates. No, medals of pride. Like us, no two roads are alike, but we're all connected. We are Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance, and if you're a Missouri driver, we're for you.
I am Doug Green, Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance Agent, and if you're in Ripley County, I've got your covered.
Well, folks, I tell you what, the Doniphan people are excited about Donettes basketball because we almost have a full house here tonight. It is senior night, of course, but the side across from me is just almost completely packed, and there's a good crowd on this side as well. We're in the one quarter in the JV game. And the score is 10-6 Donettes. And Treadwell has the ball, passes it to Cole. Cole dribbles baseline, loses it out of bounds. Going back to the Donettes. Also out there, Ballsman, number 10, number 11, Lily Watkins. And St. John and the Donettes should get a wide open layup, and Kennon's going to lay it up with the left hand. It's good. Marley Kennon running the floor, and Ava Monahan with the assist. Now coming up the middle's Watkins. They kick it back out to Treadwell. Over to number 4, Lily Cole, and she hits the first three-pointer of the game. Make it 12-9. She had the ball stolen away, and a left-handed layup, no good. Treadwell gets the rebound and goes up. They're going to call a foul on the Donettes before the shot. And it's going to be on Macy Manus. That's the third team foul on the Donettes. Lob into St. John, and her shot is no good. And the ball is taken by Ava Monahan, and she got away with a double. No, she didn't get away with it. The official at the other end's the only one that could see it. And she did. I seen her. She double dribbled. Well, the ball goes back to the Lady Indians. They get it into Treadwell. Gives it over to Watkins. Watkins standing in the center court circle. Dribbles with her left hand, reverses to the right. And we're going to have a reach-in foul on Davis. And Haley Epps will check back in. That's the first foul on Tara Davis. And she will check out. 5:59 to go in the first half. And it's 12-9. Donettes lead by 3. And that should have been back court. Why was that not a back court? She caught the ball in the front court and stepped back. And now Jackson's going to get a foul. That should have been a turnover. I don't know what that referee's watching him standing right there. Coach Epps is asking him why it wasn't. She caught it and stepped back over. I guarantee you can go back and watch that on the video. That should have been a back court call. And then the Donettes get a foul called on them underneath and 2 free throws for Jackson, and they should have had the ball. She had possession of the ball before she stepped over. And the free throw shot by Lily Cole is no good. Next one up, it's no good. And the ball loose is picked up by Macy Manus. Gives it to Monahan. Passes it to Watson, goes off her hands. Jackson's got a 2-on-1. Taking it all the way is Watkins and lays it in with the left hand. Donettes got a little sloppy with the ball. Pass up to Watkins, and they did it again. But this one's going to stay with the Donettes, and Davis will check right back in for Haley Epps. Also coming in, Lily Knight. Monahan and Davis, Epps will check out. Making some lazy passes. Donettes up 12-11. Davis dribbles right side in the corner tonight. Right back to Davis. She'll dribble over to the left side, down into the paint. Hands it off to Watson. Watson's going to force her way in, puts it up no good. Got the rebound back, and then it's stolen away. Treadwell, right wing, gets a screen. Pick and roll, and the layup up no good by Ballsman. They run a pick and roll good there. And Ballsman will shoot 2 free throws. And that foul is going to be on Marley Kennon. That will be her second. And now the next foul on the Donettes is going to put Jackson in the bonus. The free throw up and no good. They're 0 for 3 from the free throw line. Now Freedom Bates comes back in for Kennon. And now they're 0 for 4. And Freedom Bates, Delita Watson comes up with a rebound. Manus gives it to Davis. She'll bring it across the half line. Kept her hand on top of that ball. She dribbled up to her top of her head. Gives it to Knight. Free throw line to Watson. Back in the corner. Davis wide open. 3-pointer up, no good. And a rebound to Jackson. Pass up the floor to Watkins. Watkins gives it back to Cole on the baseline. Almost lost it. Gives it to St. John at the head of the key. Now back to Cole on the right wing. She's going to try another three. It's good. That's her second one. She missed 2 free throws, but she's hit 2 3-pointers. And she didn't have a whole lot of room there. Now the Donettes got a 3-on-1, but they call a foul. And that's probably one Coach Epps had just soon they hadn't called. That one is on Katie St. John. That's her second, so the big girl's going to check out. And Brooklyn Williams will come back in. So the biggest player they got on the floor right now is about 5'5", and they're all just about the same height. They're closer to the height of the Donettes now. Freedom Bates to Davis with 4 minutes left in the first half. Jackson has taken a 14-12 lead. Davis says reset. Backs it up. Now she puts it on the floor, gives it between the circles to Monahan, who just checked back in. Back to Davis. Davis decides to drive. Gives it out in the corner to Lily Knight. Back to Davis. They look like they're kind of out of sorts out there, discombobulated. Davis out in the corner. Monahan fakes the three. He's going to shoot the little runner, and it's good. 6 points for Ava Monahan, 14 all. Pass up to Williams. She's going to take it all the way, put it up no good. Dalila Watson with a rebound, outlet pass to Davis. If they hurry, they might get a layup. And she stops them, they knock the ball away from behind and steal it. Pass up the floor. Lily Cole one-on-one with Watson. She laid it up, missed it. And Monahan double team. Passes it up to Knight, too far, picked off by Watkins. In the corner, Cole is open again for another three, and it's good. That's her third one, and it's 17-14. And we're going to have a blocking foul called on number 10, Brooke Balsman, and that'll be her second foul. And I think that's going to put the Donettes in the bonus. And it'll be Ava Monahan shooting. It's just funny to me how, and this was in college as well, and even the pros, how guys can stand out there, or girls, and make 3-pointers, but they can't shoot free throws very well. I mean, Lily Cole's got 3 threes here in the first half, and she was 0 for 2 at the free throw line. So Ava Monahan will take her first trip to the line. Her free throw is no good. And the rebound comes down to Williams. She's hounding the back court. Lob pass up to midcourt. Now Macy Maness come up a little bit too far. And the rebound is going to be by Treadwell, and she goes up and she's fouled. The first shot was put up by Jayla Smith. And the Donettes couldn't get the rebound, and Freedom Bates is going to pick up the foul. Well, both teams in the bonus now. And so far they are 0 of 4 from the free throw line. It's going to be Anandi Treadwell, and she makes it. Makes it a 4-point lead. And Dalila Watson checks out. Tori Moreland in, number 50 for the Donettes. And Treadwell makes both free throws, gets her first 2, and it's a 5-point lead. Donettes having a little bit of trouble scoring. They're throwing the ball away a lot, and they throw it away again. And that was Macy Maness she shouldn't have thrown that pass because Moreland was almost standing on the out-of-bounds line when she got her hand on it. She couldn't have done anything with it if she would have got it. At halftime, I'll be talking to one of the Don seniors. I left it up to them who comes up. And Moreland saves it right underneath the basket to the other team, and you never throw the ball back in bounds underneath the other team's basket. The best thing to do is just throw it as far down the floor as you can. And we got another foul. And this one's going to be on. Moreland got back in there. I thought she was out of bounds, but that's who they call it on. And Jackson back at the free throw line again. It is Jayla Smith this time. And it's good. After missing the first 4, they've made 3 in a row now. And Jayla Smith's got her first point. Moreland checks out. Bates checks out. Watson and Lily Knight check back in. Next one is up and no good. And DeLeo Watson knocked it away from Macy Manus. She had the rebound, and Jackson just keeps getting the rebound, and they get fouled again. And they are just out working the Donettes on the boards down there. That one's going to be on Monahan. That's her second. And we got another timeout. The score is 20-14. That last foul was a second on Monahan. And they will be, I believe that was a shooting foul, so I believe Jackson will be shooting 2. We'll wait and see after the timeout. As I started to say a while ago, we got J.D. Burton, Max Owen, Cam Barton, and Sean Gasway is going to come up and chat with us a little bit. One of them at halftime of this game. I'm going to try to get a couple of them in between games, and the other one at halftime of the varsity game. But they finished up their home schedule the other night with a loss to Sykeston. And it is going to be Jayla Smith at the free throw line. Made 1 of 2 there just a minute ago. She missed that one, long rebound. Ava Monahan gets it for the Donettes. And she almost traveled, and Donettes are going to lose it again. I'm telling you, their Donettes are just playing wild. They have not got to play enough JV games this year, I don't think. And they leave her open again for another 3. She missed this one. And the ball is going to go out of bounds. As last touch by number 24 for Jackson. I think she let that win. It would have been out on the Donettes. But got 1:51 to go. Donettes have not scored in a while. They've only got 4 points this quarter. But the Donettes are making some terrible passes, some terrible judgment on their passes that they're making. Watson catches in the lane. Instead of taking it to the hole, she brings it back out to Monahan. Now Monahan finds a crease in the zone, puts it up no good, gets her own rebound. Out to Davis for 3, no good. Long rebound, and it comes down to Criddle, who checked back in as well. They're checking in so fast I can't even keep up with it. Smith has it, hands it to Criddle. Criddle takes into the paint. We got another foul. And it's going to be 2 shots now, as that's the 10th team foul. That one's going to go against Tara Davis, and now she has 2. So the 2 guards for Doniphan, both Monahan and Davis, have 2 fouls apiece. Marley Kennan also has 2. And this is going to be that is Cole again, and she missed another one. She has not hit one yet. She's 0 for 3. And that one goes down. That's her first free throw. She's got 10 points now in the first half. 3 threes and a free throw. And it's a 7-point lead. Monahan traveled. He jumps up in the air. You've got to stay on the floor. The Jackson pressure is causing more problems for the Donettes than the Donettes pressure is for Jackson. Cole will throw it in. Throws it cross court. Gets it over to Williams. Williams is going to penetrate, throw up a wild shot, and it goes in. Heading back the other way is Davis. Stops on the left wing. Donettes have been outscored 17-4 this quarter. They had a 4-point lead at the end of the first quarter, but it hadn't gone well since. Monahan with the drive. Her little floater's up and good. And quickly up the floor. Wolge had it. Gets it back, and Criddle goes in. And we're going to have a blocking foul called on Delila Watson, I believe. And this time it will be Criddle at the free throw line. This will be their 12th and 13th free throws. They've only made 4 out of the first 11. Donettes have only shot 3. And Criddle misses this one. Willie Watkins comes back in for Williams. Second one up there. Everyone they're missing is off the back iron, but they get the offensive rebound. Three-pointer from the head of the key, no good. Ball tipped around. Ava Monahan gets it. Donettes could use a basket here before halftime. We got 20 seconds left. Monahan, crossover dribble. Kicks it out in the corner to Lily Knight. Now to Davis. Davis bounces down low to Watson. She's double teamed. Gives it back to Davis. Davis dribbles in, shoots a left-handed layup. No good, but we got a foul. And if he calls it on Cole, she can't believe it. I don't know if you could see her reaction. And Monahan will shoot, Davis will shoot 2 free throws. And that one is nothing but net. I was watching her way before the game started, shooting free throws, and she was knocking them down. She makes this one. She can get the Donettes back within 5. We got 5.7 seconds left. And that one's good as well. Haley Epps will check back in. Inbound comes to Smith. Passes it, and they don't get a shot off. And our halftime score, Jackson 23 and 18 for the Donettes in the junior varsity game. I'll run down the scoring here for you real quick. For Jackson, Criddle has 2 and 10 points for Lily Cole. Had 3 3-pointers in that first half. 2 points for Lily Watkins. 4 for Brooklyn Williams. 2 for Katie St. John. 1 for Jayla Smith and 2 for Anandi Treadwell. And they were 4 of 13 from the free throw line. So the score could be worse than what it is. And the Donettes were 4 of 5 from the line. For the Donettes, 4 points from Arlie Kennan. 1 for Lily Knight. 2 for Tara Davis. 3 for Delilah Watson. And 8 for Ava Monahan. So it's Donettes got outscored that quarter 17-8, and they trail by 5 at halftime. I have got J.D. Burton alongside. J.D., how you doing, man?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm all right. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, tonight's senior night, your last home game you'll ever get to play on this floor. So what are you feeling like right now?
Oh, man, it's nostalgic. I mean, you can't really put into words how much emotions come into this kind of atmosphere for you, so to speak, or maybe even just like this is the last time I will ever step on this court and play a real basketball game. And to be honest, it's kind of overwhelming, but I'm excited about what the future has to hold.
Well, there ain't a whole lot you can do about it either, is there? Well, first of all, let's talk about, you guys got seeded second in the district, and you're going to play the winner of Notre Dame and Perryville next Wednesday night at 7 o'clock. And you guys have not played either one of those teams. They are the 3 seed and the 6 seed. You guys got the 2 seed. So have you looked at any film on either one of those teams yet, or are you waiting till next week?
Yes, we actually have a lot of film on both teams. Some of it we've gotten from other schools that have been willing to help us out with some of their games in the past, and we've been really studying Cape Notre Dame's game and the way that they play, the way that they work together on the court. And for Fredericktown, I've seen them play personally. They've got a good squad that can show up anytime, but sometimes they can be the underdog in this situation, but they can still come out and win a game. So we're ready to play either team.
Well, I've been noticing in the Class 1, 2, and 3 districts, there's been a lot of lower-seeded teams that have won this week, which, of course, their districts are going on this week, and the 4, 5, and 6 starts next week. But when you get down to that game, it's either win or go home. So some of these lower seeds are maybe wanting it a little bit more than the higher seeds, or they're looking past them, one or the other. But I know you guys won't do that. Coach Cagle won't let you guys do that.
No, sir.
Okay. What other sports do you play? You play baseball, I think, don't you?
Yes, sir. I've played baseball pretty much my entire life. I picked up football. I played football last year for Coach Stout and Coach Lance, and then this year I decided not to not just because of how fall baseball came back this year, but also because of personal reasons. I feel like I wore out my body so much that it just didn't fit. It just didn't fit right. I mean, I enjoyed it. Don't get me wrong, but it just wasn't something that I loved doing. So I was willing to give it up to be able to focus on keeping myself healthy for basketball and baseball season and not getting injured and being able to just go out and play the two sports that I actually do love.
Well, do you have a favorite moment from any of your sports, not necessarily basketball, that you can look back on and say that was your favorite moment?
That's a tough question.
I should have prepped you on that.
I've got several different events that I could say right now, but I'm probably going to have to go with the OFC championship and the Bloomfield Christmas Tournament championship for not only for basketball, but we also did it for baseball this year too. We were seeded as the 5 seed in the OFC tournament, won the first round over Neelyville, the team that was seeded 4 over us. Then we went against the number 1 seed in Twin Rivers, and we put up a dogfight against them. We ended up upsetting them and ended up facing Greenville in the OFC championship. And that atmosphere, I mean, it wasn't like an atmosphere for basketball, but it was definitely a different atmosphere. It was a great atmosphere. And the Bloomfield Christmas Tournament is it's one of the biggest tournaments around. And, I mean, you can't ever go wrong with the Bloomfield Christmas Tournament. I mean, we all enjoy that. All enjoyed the ability to play in such a big gym with a big crowd, and just hear the cheers from the crowd is just overwhelming, and it's awesome. And same way for the OFC championship.
And you guys really played well over there this year too.
Yes, we did.
That
yes,
always
we
helped.
did.
Okay, what are your plans for the future after you graduate?
Actually, I just recently signed to play Williams Baptist baseball at Williams Baptist.
Okay.
I'm gonna go there and play some baseball over there for hopefully for 4 years, and after that we'll just see where it takes me.
Well, at least you'll be close enough for your mom and dad to come watch you play all the time. And
yeah, they were very excited about
45
that.
minutes, something like that. That's not very far away.
Yeah, they were very excited about that.
Well, listen, I've enjoyed watching you play, and I wish you all the luck in the world, whatever you decide to do in life. And I thank you for coming up and talking with me.
Well, I appreciate the opportunity, and I just want to thank you guys so much, just the Doniphan community. You guys support us through everything, through thick and thin, and you guys are just the best part of all sports, and we can't thank you guys enough. We can never thank you enough.
Well, we appreciate that too. Thank you, JD.
Thank you.
That's JD Burton, one of the seniors for the Dons, and he played his last game here on Tuesday night, last home game, and they are seated number 2 in the district tournament, and they will play next Wednesday night at 7 o'clock against Cape Notre Dame or Perryville. I think they play on Monday to see who gets to play the Don. The number 1 seed in the district tournament was Dexter Bearcats, and they will play the winner of Kennett, the 4 seed, and Fredericktown, the 5 seed, at 5:30 on Wednesday before the Dons play, and that's next Wednesday night. And you need to keep check on the Current River Broadcasting and the Doniphan Athletics Facebook page to see, but I'm pretty sure we're going to be having the games on the radio as far as both those teams play, hopefully into the state tournament, I hope anyway. So we're a couple minutes away from the start of the second half. I'm going to take a short break here, and we'll be back. It's 23-18 Jackson at halftime in the junior varsity game. We'll be right back.
Hometown Pharmacy is your one-stop pharmacy for all of your medical needs. Our pharmacists provide shots for flu, pneumonia, and shingles all in this pharmacy with no appointment necessary. Refills can be requested online or through our app, and delivery is available if you live within the city limits. Transferring prescriptions is easy, so come by or give us a call, and our friendly staff will take care of everything. Come experience the difference a hometown pharmacy can make on LaRue Street in Doniphan.
At Mathis Timber, our goal is to provide our landowners with the greatest possible financial return on their timber lands, while not damaging young timber or leaving your property in a mess. We have served Ripley County and the surrounding areas since 1939. We will buy your timber on lump sum total or percentage. We have several references upon request. Contact Craig Mathis at 573-429-0996 and see how Mathis Timber can assist you with all your timber harvesting needs.
The housing market is hot and interest rates are still low, making it a great time to sell your house or look for your new home. Either way, Taylor Schleif with United Country American Realty in Doniphan is there for you. Check out her listings online and be assured that Taylor will be with you every step of the way, making the process easier and more enjoyable for you. Come see her at their office in Oak Tree Village or schedule an appointment by calling 996-6786. Taylor Schleif and United Country American Realty, coming soon to a closing near you.
Welcome back, everybody. Keith Bowen back at the Bill L. Wright Gymnasium in Doniphan. We're getting ready to start the third quarter of the junior varsity game, and Jackson has a 23-18 lead. Donettes came back a little bit there at the end of the second quarter to get this down to a 5-point game. And it is going to be the Donettes ball to start this quarter. They send out Lily Knight, Marley Kinnon, Tara Davis, Ava Monahan, and Macy Manus. And it will be St. John, Treadwell, Ballsman, and Criddle for the Jackson Lady Indians. Davis brings it into the front court. Man-to-man defense by Jackson. Hands it off to Manus, dribbles into the paint, and the ball's tipped away, but it goes right to Lily Knight. Davis jump stops, and she traveled. That's exactly the same thing. They try to dribble that ball, and they dribble it high, and they bring it over the top of the defender's head, and they jump, and that is a travel. And the same thing that McKenna Monahan did that earlier. So Jackson gets the turnover, not the way Doniphan wanted to start it. Davis knocks it away from Treadwell, but it goes right back to her. She gets around Davis, and she goes down and shoots and scores. And going for a steal in the back court, and then you get left behind, and Davis is going to take it down, and she puts it up with the left hand. It's no good. Ball tipped back out, and Macy Manus is going to run it down right at midcourt. Gives it to Davis. Davis dribbles in, throws it into Marley Kinnon, and she puts it up too hard. Ball tipped back out. Monahan open from about 8 feet. She missed it. And the rebound comes down to Criddle. And it's knocked out of bounds by Monahan. Donettes had 3 cracks at it and couldn't get one to go. Pass inbounds to Criddle in the corner. St. John, the big girl, shoots a 3. No good, and it hits Criddle in the head. And it's picked up by Ava Monahan, and quickly she comes up the middle of the floor, knocked away again, trying to dribble between 2 or 3 defenders. And you can't do that and get away with it very often. Monahan for 3 in the corner. It's no good. Ball tipped around, and Treadwell gets it for Jackson. And she brings it up, and again, we're going to have a foul on Davis. She's getting too close to her, too far away from the basket, in my opinion, but they've been able to do that to a lot of teams, but some of these better teams you can't do that against. She checks out with 3 fouls. Haley Epps comes back in. Right wing to Criddle. Dribbles one time, lobs it underneath. St. John with a nice catch, and she lays it in. So now Jackson on a little bit of a run after the Donettes had cut the lead down. It's back to a 9-point lead for Jackson. And Monahan throws it away. Epps wasn't expecting it. 2-on-1. Criddle takes it down. She put it up, missed it. Ball tipped around. Haley Epps gets it for the Donettes. And we're going to have a foul against the Lady Indians. That's going to be on Lily Cole, and that's her third foul. Freedom Bates comes back in for the Donettes, replaces Marley Kinney. St. John checks out, and Brooklyn Williams back in for Jackson. Full court man-to-man. Haley Epps gets around Treadwell and gets it into the front court. Out to Monahan, fakes the three-pointer and then puts it off the glass, no good. Offensive rebound by Lily Knight. Back out front, Manus. She dribbles into the paint, goes up, and oh my goodness. Usually when they trip over somebody's foot, they call a foul, but they didn't call it there, and it goes out of bounds off the Donettes. Lily Watkins back in for Jackson, and she replaces Lily Cole. And the ball almost stolen. Jackson's going to get it back. Watkins out to Treadwell. Now she hands it off to Criddle. Back to Williams. Williams dribbles into the paint. We're going to have another foul on the Donettes. I'll say one thing. These guys, most of the games we've had lately, they let them play a little bit, but they're sure not letting them play here. Every time you touch somebody, Coach Epps is questioning the official about it right now. And the other official almost gave the ball to the Donettes, but they called that on Lily Knight. Pass in, the ball deflected, and Haley Epps has got it headed to the other end. And she's going to be called for a travel. She tried to stop, and when she did, she drug her pivot foot. And here comes Davis right back in the game. Coach Epps is not having much patience with his players tonight. If they mess up, he's been bringing them right out of the ball game. Again, we have a huge crowd on hand tonight here. Last game of the regular season here at Doniphan. Long three-pointer put up, and the shot's no good. Ball loose on the floor. Offensive rebound put up by Criddle, no good, and then she's going to commit a foul. And Coach Epps is hollering at his girls, and I heard him up here with my headset on, get a rebound. Davis has it knocked away, and she's going to be tied up. It'll be Jackson's ball. I don't know how many times in this game they've tried to dribble through a double team and got it knocked away. And Davis right back out. Epps just made a mistake. She come out. Davis come in. Now Davis makes a mistake, and she checks out, and Epps comes back in. Criddle to inbound it. In the corner. Brooklyn Williams. Over on the other side to Criddle. Criddle hands it off to St. John. They run that weave again. Watkins out on the right wing. And they're playing catch around the perimeter. Now Criddle's going to take it to the hole, and she's going to be fouled. And that one's going to be on Haley Epps. Before the shot. That's Epps' second foul. And the third team foul. And they get it in right underneath the basket. St. John comes off the screen. Donettes didn't switch. And now the Donettes throw it away again. And Coach Epps, he is not happy at all because he's taken, Monahan just threw it away. He took her out. And Freedom Bates checked out as well, as we have Marley Kinnon and Lily Knight check back in. It's an 11-point lead. Donettes have not scored in this quarter, and we've played almost 4 minutes. Now McKinnon comes up from behind and knocks it away. And the Donettes head back the other way. Down by 11. Pass to Manus. In the paint to Kinnon. She's going to shoot the jumper, no good. And we're going to have a tie ball on the rebound. And the arrow, it should be the Donettes ball. They got the last one. No, that's the other way. They didn't switch the. Now they got it straight. So Davis will throw it in underneath the Donettes basket. Gets it in Tried to get it into Kennan, knocked out of bounds by St. John. And they'll step over to the left side. They were throwing it in under the right side. Davis will still trigger for the Donettes. Donettes moving kind of slow. Inbounds pass to Kennan. She should have shot it, and she throws it back out, and it's intercepted. When she passed it, she turned around. She was wide open. They backed off of her a little bit. St. John with the basketball. And it's taken away by Marley Kennan. She's trying to outrun St. John's, and she does. Left-handed layup too hard off the glass. And now Jackson's got a man wide open up the floor, and it was up and no good. And that was Brooklyn Williams, and the Donettes get the rebound. So both teams missed a wide open layup. Davis gives the ball back to Epps. 2:25 to go in the third quarter, 29-18. Jackson has scored 6 points this quarter. Donettes have not scored. And now Davis slips and falls, and it's picked up by Jackson. And down on the baseline, the shot put up. And that was by, I can't even see the number, 23 Wolge. She missed it. But on the rebound, we got a foul, I guess, on. There's not a 24 out there. Who? Who was the foul on? Well, what are they taking the ball out of bounds for? That's what I thought. He said 24. We didn't have a 24 on the floor. Now they got it straightened out finally. Players on the floor are struggling. The referees are struggling a little bit too. And on the inbounds, we got a tie ball. And this one will go to Jackson. These coaches are keeping me busy running players in and out. Freedom Bates back in for the Donettes. And it'll be Treadwell to inbound it way down in the right corner. Inbounds it to Smith. She throws it in the lane to St. John. That's knocked away, and the Donettes get the ball. Davis bounces it over to Bates, and she goes up for the shot, and she's fouled. How you doing? That was the second foul on Jayla Smith. And Freedom Bates will be at the free throw line. And she makes the first free throw. That's the first point in this quarter for the Donettes. (29-19). One more free throw for Bates. And both of them are good. That's her first 2 points of the night. Donettes set up in a 2-2-1. Smith dribbles up to half court. Throws it in the front court to Wolge. Now down in the corner for three, and it's good. And that is number 12, Brooklyn Williams. And she steals the pass up the floor. Pass down to St. John, and a nice catch there, but she missed the shot. And Ava Monahan, who checked back in, got the basketball for the Donettes. And she just about loses it. Hey, good thing Haley Epps stayed back to help her. Gets it across the half line. Over to Tara Davis. Davis dribbles in, hands it to Epps. Epps kicks it out to Manus. She's going to shoot a little floater. It's no good. And we're going to have a foul, I think, on Jackson on the rebound. And that's going to be the third one on Jayla Smith, and she's got all of them here just in the last couple of minutes. And with 1:04 to go in the third quarter, 32-20, Jackson on top. We got a timeout. And we'll give you the substitutions when we get back after this 1 minute break on Current River Broadcasting. 32-20 is our score. The Jackson Lady Indians lead the JV game over the Donettes with 1:04 left in the third quarter. And it's going to be Donettes ball underneath their own basket. That last foul was on Smith. That was her third foul, 15th foul on Jackson. And Haley Epps will throw it in for the Donettes. And her pass is deflected and stolen. Here comes Brooklyn Williams. She's 1-on-3. She's going to put it up, and she missed it. And the ball tipped over to Macy Manus by Williams. And we're going to have a reach-in foul on St. John. That's going to be her third foul. The JV Donettes have not, there's been a lot of games this year. The other team didn't have a JV, so they have not got to play near as many games as Coach Epps would like. And this is actually, I think, by far the worst game I've seen them play all year. And the ball thrown away again. Of course, the opponent has a lot to do with that. They're playing an awfully good team here. I don't think there's any doubt it's the best JV team they've played all year. Davis guarding Treadwell in the back court. Treadwell gives it on the right wing. Criddle thought about the three, didn't take it. Now she dribbles into the paint, gets around the defender and lays it in with the left hand. Addison Crickle, second bucket. She's got 4 points. And Macy Manus drives the length of the floor. Shot blocked. Criddle gives it to Treadwell. And with 12 seconds to go, Treadwell dribbles down, kicks it out. Three-pointer is blocked. It's blocked by Monahan. Donette's going to have to hurry. Monahan's going to turn and shoot, and she missed it. Good court awareness there, but it didn't go. The Donette's only scored 2 points that quarter and got outscored 11-2, and they trail it by 14, 34-20 at the end of 3 quarters. We'll be back with the fourth quarter after this 1-minute break. You're watching the Donettes on Current River Broadcasting.
Davis True Value is proud to sponsor the Dons and Donettes for another exciting ball season. Just like the Dons and Donettes, Davis True Value knows hard work wins the game. They are your selection, service, and savings destination hardware store, serving the area with paint, plumbing, electrical, lawn and garden, and housewares. Your local True Value hardware with so much more. From window repair to chainsaw sharpening, we are the store of first choice. Behind every project is a True Value.
True Value. Through the years, it's taken all of us to make our community great. We're proud that Chevrolet has been an important part of America's history for many generations. And Ripley County, Missouri, you are as American as it gets. And that's why your friends at Countryside Chevrolet of Doniphan want to say thank you. Thank you for making our country and our community great.
1 quarter to play in the JV game. It is 34-20 in favor of Jackson. Donettes send out Marley Kennan, Ava Monahan, Lily Knight, Tara Davis, and Macy Manus. It will be Cole, Treadwell, St. John. See the number. Watkins. And we got an illegal screen set by Lily Knight, and the other one was Lily Watkins, who took the brunt of that illegal screen by Lily Knight. A reminder, as soon as this game's over, I'll run down the scoring for you. And they're going to have senior night for the girls tonight, and immediately following that, I'll have a couple of more of the Dons senior boys coming up to visit with us at between game. Three-pointer put up by Lily Cole, no good, and the Donettes grab the rebound. Davis, little hesitation, kicks it out. Monahan fakes the three, and there she travels again. And she has got to get that straightened out for next year. She travels a whole lot, and she even gets away with it on her shot every once in a while. Got to keep them feet still till you put the ball on the floor. Treadwell going to dribble into the paint, kick it out, and that is Brooklyn Williams. I don't think I even said she was in the game long ago. I think I told the wrong one. And a pass into the paint, and it's going to be a foul on Ava Monahan. That'll be her third. Haley Epps coming back in. And she'll replace Monahan. That was the 5th team foul on the Donettes. Jackson has 6. Lob pass out front, St. John. Crossover dribble, gives it in the corner there to Cole. Cole dribbles into the paint, throws up a wild shot. It's an air ball and it goes out of bounds. And it'll be Donettes' ball. Still full court pressure by the Lady Indians. Jackson gives it up to Manus in the middle of the floor to Kennett. Pass ahead, a little bit too high for Epps. She does come down with it though. A little better pass, she'd have had a layup. Manus hands the ball to Davis. Now over to Epps. Epps gets a screen. Her little runner from the free throw line won't go. Kennett battling for the rebound. It's loose on the floor. And it's going to be off of Haley Epps as it goes out of bounds. Donettes trying some full court man-to-man. They've been doing it the whole game. They haven't gotten very many turnovers because they're just leaving one girl back to bring it up. And most of the second half, it's been Treadwell. And a drive to the basket, shot put up and in. And that's going to be on by Lily Watkins. And the lead is 16, 36-20 with 5:17 to go. I'm going to keep it here. I want to mention, told about the boys when they play in the district. The girls will play the next night, which will be next Thursday, March 2nd, and they will play at 5:30. They will play the winner of Dexter and Perryville. Dexter's the 4 seed, Perryville's the 5 seed. That will be followed the same night by Saxony Lutheran, the 2 seed, who the Donettes just beat the other night. I think the final was 16, but they were up 20 with just a few seconds to go. And Saxony, the 2 seed, will play the winner of Fredericktown, the 3 seed, and Kennett, the 6 seed. That game will be at 7 o'clock. So the boys play at 7 on March 1st, which is Wednesday. The girls play at 5:30 on the 2nd, which is Tuesday. If the boys win, they will play on Friday night, and if the girls win, they play on Saturday afternoon. And the teams that are in the district on the girls' side are Dexter, Doniphan, Fredericktown, Kennett, Perryville, and Saxony Lutheran. And up until the other night, when the Donettes beat Saxony, I don't know if they have another game after that or not, but tonight, every team in that district had a winning record, which is very odd. I remember Dalton mentioned that a few games ago when they had the seedings, that all the teams had winning records. Well, we're back to action here with 5:14 to go. Dexter bats the ball out of bounds. Donettes will bring it in again. Davis bringing it up on Treadwell. Treadwell reaches for a steal, don't get it, and Davis is going to travel. A very easy call there. After you pick up the dribble and you take 3 steps, then. I've never seen the Donettes JV have this many turnovers, and like I said, give credit to the other team if it's due, and it's definitely due. And a beautiful pass underneath. Turnaround shot no good by Williams, and Marley Kennan gets the rebound. She's going to have to dribble out of there a little bit. Now she gets it to Davis. Donettes need a bucket really, really bad. They've only scored 2, and there's another travel. Oh, she got away with that one. Macy Manus' shot is no good. A rebound underneath by Watkins, and she gives it to Cole, and Cole will bring it up. Donettes have only scored 2 points in 7-3, about 10 minutes on the clock in this second half. And St. John's going to shoot a 3-pointer. The big girl steps out there and nails one. She's got 9 points now. And it's a 19-point lead as the ball's going to be stolen again. Treadwell's laying on the floor, and she's going to be tied up, and it will be Jackson basketball as Epps, Moreland, Monahan, and Bates check back in. Four minutes left in the game. And like I said, there'll be senior night St. John misses the jumper on the baseline. And the ball goes out of bounds off of Doniphan. Emily Johansson's going to check in. And she will replace Tara Davis. And bounce pass comes to St. John. And his ball stolen away by Monahan. She goes down, lays it up off the glass, and she shot it from straight in front. She had all kinds of time to go to either side. Now they're going to get a layup at the other end. And we're going to have a foul. Brooklyn Williams didn't go to the other end. Got a little bit of snowbird in there. And she's going to get a couple free throws. That foul on Emily Johansson. Brooklyn Williams has 7 points. And the free throw's up and good. The 20-point lead. Second one no good. Bates with the rebound. Her outlet pass is thrown away. She just turned and chucked it instead of looking where she was throwing it. Treadwell's shot partially blocked. Now Johansson gets the rebound. Gives it to Haley Epps. Pass in the middle of the floor to Moreland. Knocked away. Loose on the floor. Picked up by Bates. And she's going to be fouled. And Freedom Bates will go to the free throw line to shoot a 1-on-1. Both teams in the bonus now. Bates has 2 points in the game, and those came from the free throw line. And she makes this one as well. They get her in there and get her to the free throw line more often. And that one's good too. 4 points, she's 4-4 from the free throw line. 40-22, Jackson. 3 minutes and 13 seconds left in the ball game. Addison Criddle, she gets a lane to the basket, and she's going to be fouled by Ava Monahan. And Jackson has done a really good job of beating the Doniphan guards off the dribble, and that does not happen very often. That's 4 on Monahan. Oh, they called it on Moreland? Well, that's good, I guess. I don't know where. I didn't even see her in the picture. Free throw's no good. Monahan's going to sidestep the defender, lay it up no good, but we're going to have a foul. Donettes will go back to the free throw line. We'll see if this is 2-shot or a 1-and-1. And they're going to give her 2. Since she was in the act of shooting. Monahan had 8 points in the first half, and she just gets her first one in the second half right there on that free throw to give her 9. Next one is good. Well, Donettes are, let's see, 10 of 11 from the free throw line tonight. But they've only got 7 baskets, though, field goals. Jackson up by 16. 2:45 left in the game. St. John gives it in the corner. That's Ballsman. Now in the corner for a three-pointer. It's up no good. That was Williams. And the offensive rebound is by Ballsman, and she's fouled by Johansson. Well, it is a good thing, though, that Jackson does not chop free throws well. They are actually 5 of 16 from the line, or this score would be worse than what it is. They do get that one to go. And that's Brooke Baldwin's first point of the game. Missed that one. Ball tipped around, picked up by Monahan. Quickly to the other end, and she goes up in an offensive foul. And I have 5 for Monahan. We'll see if that's, well, I guess, oh, that's right. They gave that one to Moreland a while ago. I thought was on her, so that's just 4. 41-24. Jackson up by 17 points on the Donettes JV. Treadwell dribbles in, kicks it out. Ballsman's going to take it in, lay it up off the glass, no good. Ball tipped around. Ballsman comes away with it. Out in the corner, St. John. She hands it back to Ballsman. They drop it off to St. John in the post, cross court in the corner. Three-pointer up, it's no good. And the ball's going to go out of bounds off of Jackson, I do believe. Yep, it's off of Ballsman, I think, touched it last. Two minutes to go. 17-point lead. Monahan dribbles down, hands it off underneath, and that was Freedom Bates, and a foul call on Jackson. That was a nice pass by Monahan that time. Penetrated, and Bates' man come over on her. She just, little underhanded pass, and Bates put it up. And she was fouled by Brooklyn Williams, her first. Bates' free throw is good. She continues to knock them down. She is 5 of 5 now from the free throw line. And now we got a bunch of substitutions. Number 25 is Lily Ellett. Jayla Smith, number 24. Number 5, Emmy Gross. Number 23 is Summer Woltje. And Lily Cole stays in the game. And Bates misses the second one. They leave Cole in to run the point guard spot. She goes behind the back, almost knocked away. Gets it back. Smith hands it off to Ellett. Now to Woltje. They run that three-man weave, and Monahan steps in. Let's see if she goes over on the right side. And she shot that one and missed it as well. That's 2 layups she's missed it. The first one she tried to shoot it right out in front of the basket instead of going one side or the other. And that one she went slowed down, went to the right side, and still missed it. The ball was batted out of bounds by Jackson. Haley Epps to throw it in. Gets it in the lane to Bates. Turns, shoots, and won't go. Ball loose on the floor. Tori Moreland goes to the floor with Jayla Smith. And we have a held ball. And the arrow is pointing the Donettes' way this time. These referees are having a rough time, folks. It still says pointing Donettes' way down on the arrow little thing down there, and they were trying to give it the other way. Inbounds pass, Monahan. I think she walked again, takes it in, shoots, and it won't go. And going after on rebound, we got another tie ball. And they're going to call a foul this time, probably on the Donettes. And that will be the 5th one on Ava Monahan. She's going to foul out with 10 points. Well, now he just said 22, and they put 12 on the board. And they've only got 1 foul up there for number 12. They haven't put it on the board yet, I guess, is the reason why. Now they say she's got 5. Everybody's a little slow tonight. So Lily Cole will be shooting free throws. She had 10 points at halftime. She's still on 10. Hit 3 three-pointers and 1 free throw in the first half, but she missed about 4 or 5 free throws. She makes the first one this time. That gives her 11 points. She is a 5'5" sophomore. That one is no good. And she's going to get her own rebound, but she's going to knock it out of bounds. So the Donettes will get it with 1:09 to go. Down by 17. Davis with a nice crossover dribble, lobs it off to Freedom Bates. She goes up and it's good, and she's fouled. That's 7 points for Freedom Bates. And she's 5 of 6 from the free throw line as well. That is the 4th foul on Jayla Smith. Remember, at halftime, we will have senior night for the girls. They have 4 seniors. And Bates makes the free throw. Well, she has 8 points now. Makes it 42-28. Smith brings it across the half line, hands it to Lily Cole with 50 seconds to go. She hands it back to Smith. Now to Gross. She goes in and she scored. I think Donettes thought they were going to hold the ball, and Gross went in and shot a layup. Her first 2 points. Davis has it with 32 seconds to go. Gives it to Bates on the right wing. Bates back to Davis, and she wasn't expecting it. Gross gets the steal, Cole, and goes down, and Bates fouls her. With 23 seconds left, Lily Cole back to the free throw line. Number 25, Lily Ellett. Oh, she was already out there, I'm sorry. First one's good. 12 points is the leading scorer for Jackson for Lily Cole. Next one is good. 46-28. Donettes with the ball with 18 seconds to go. Davis spins into the paint, and she's going to travel again. Now they're going to call a blocking foul first. Oh, that's going to be the 5th foul on Jayla Smith. She's going to foul out with 1 point. And Lily Watkins is going to check back in. Free throw, no good by Tara Davis. She has 2 points tonight, both from the free throw line. And that one bounces around and falls through. Jackson brings it up with 10 seconds to go. All we are waiting on now is what the final score is going to be. It's 46-29 right now. And I think Jackson is just going to run it out. And that is our final score. Jackson 46 and the Donettes 29 in our junior varsity game tonight. Varsity game coming your way here shortly. And we'll have senior night first. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. Figure up the scoring here real quick for you. Okay, for Jackson, Criddle had 4. Cole finished with 13. Gross had 2. 1 for Ballsman. 4 for Lily Watkins. 8 for Brooklyn Williams. 9 for Katie St. John. 1 for Jayla Smith. And 4 for Anandi Treadwell. And they were 9 of 22 from the free throw line. The Donettes shot it well from the free throw line, 13 of 16 tonight, but just didn't get enough field goals to go along with that. We have Marley Kennan with 4 points. Lily Knight 1. Tara Davis 3. 8 for Freedom Bates, all those in the second half. Delilah Watson only had 3. And 10 for Ava Monahan. And our final score, 29. Jackson wins the JV game. Now we're getting ready for the senior night. And then I'm supposed to have a couple of the Don's seniors come up. I'm going to go ahead and keep it on the air here, and as soon as they do the senior night, we'll have a couple of the Don's seniors up here to talk to us.
She has cheered for football and basketball for 2 years and currently serves as captain of the squad. Kylie says that her hobbies and interests include cheering, hanging out with friends and family, traveling, and of course, shopping. During high school, she's been involved in pep club, FCCLA, FCA, Beta Club, and cheerleading. Kylie said her favorite memory is either the last football game of this year. She says we all really enjoyed ourselves and it was a lot of fun. Or it was all the times that she has died laughing on the sidelines. After graduation, Kylie plans to attend SEMO for her nursing program, become a labor and delivery nurse, get rich, travel, and settle down and get married. Ladies and gentlemen, cheerleader Kylie Arbo. Our first basketball donette is number 35, Taylor Davis. Taylor is the daughter of Billy and Shannon Davis. She played basketball and volleyball all 4 years of high school. She plays forward and outside hitter, respectively. Taylor said her hobbies and interests include spending time with family and friends, cheering in the Woo Crew, and spending time with Priscilla. While in high school, Taylor has been involved in FCA, Key Club, Pep Club, served as an ambassador, and currently as secretary of Beta Club. A couple of Taylor's favorite memories are winning all of our mini championships, and that one time when Sarah got a concussion while in Branson, she could suddenly sing. She spit grape juice all over me and bottle flipped her water bottle all over the floor. After graduation, Taylor wants to continue her education, earn a degree in pediatric nursing, and marry rich. Ladies and gentlemen, Taylor Davis. Number 1 is proudly worn by Grayson Kirby. Grayson is the daughter of Devin and Angel Kirby. She's been on the basketball and softball teams all 4 years. In basketball, she's a shooting guard, and she plays an outfielder in softball. Grayson's hobbies and interests are cheering in the Woo Crew, hanging out with family and friends, cuddling her dogs, traveling jet skiing on the Current River, and taking naps. Grayson has been active in several clubs during her high school years, including FCA, Beta Club, FCCLA, Woo Crew. She has served as a DHS ambassador and is currently president of Pep Club. When asked to share her favorite memory at DHS, Grayson said it was when Coach Epps picked out the sketchiest hotel in Branson for them to stay in during the Branson shootout. She and Kenna found a bed bug crawling on their bed. She said we made Coach Epps come look at it, and he freaked out like a little girl. After graduation, Grayson wants to receive her bachelor's degree in criminology at SEMO, go to law school at University of Mississippi, get married, and travel the world with her pilot husband. Ladies and gentlemen, Grayson Kirby. Our next senior is Brooklyn Flexen. Brooklyn is the daughter of Aaron and Jill Flexen. She has played 4 years of basketball as a shooting guard and 3 years of softball. In her free time, Brooklyn enjoys going to the gym, spending time with family and friends, and eating. in Beta Club, FCCLA, FCA, and Pep Club. A couple of her favorite memories are, firstly, freshman year when we were down by 22 points at halftime and we came back to win the district championship. And also when Coach Epps threw coffee on me during our summer trip because I kept splashing him and Coach Honeycutt from the pool. After graduation, Brooklyn plans to decide on college and play basketball, earn her degree, and become a physical therapist. Ladies and gentlemen, number 51, Brooklyn Flexi. Our final senior this evening is number 2, McKenna Monahan. Ken is the daughter of Brian and Tasha Monahan. She has also played basketball 4 years and softball 3 years. She serves as point guard in basketball and center fielder in softball. McKenna said that she loves to listen to music, hang out with friends, sing karaoke, and just live life on the edge. She has been actively involved in Beta Club, FCCLA, and Pep Club during her 4 years at high school. When I asked for her best memory at DHS, she said it was meeting her best friend, Bailey Carson, and getting to win district championship with her during Bailey's senior year. McKenna's future plans are to go to college to continue her basketball career while studying to become a traveling RN. Ladies and gentlemen, McKenna Monahan. If you can get all the players and parents to remain on the floor for a moment, we have another presentation to make. Donettes have a rich tradition of fans, family, and excitement. This year, the Donettes would like to start a new tradition of their own. This year, the Journey Award has been created by the Doniphan seniors. Each senior would like to present this award to someone who has made a major positive impact in her life. Senior Grayson Kirby would like to present her jersey to someone she defines as a lifesaver. Her jersey goes to Priscilla Garbo. Come on down, Priscilla. Senior McKenna Monahan would like to present her jersey to someone who has pushed her to be the best that she can be. Her jersey goes to her coach, Adam Epps. Senior Brooklyn Hudson would like to present her jersey to someone she describes as her #1 since day one. Her jersey goes to her dad, Aaron Klexig. Senior Taylor jersey goes to next coach, Devin Kirby. Let's have one more big round of applause for the 2023 senior and first recipient of the Junior Award.
Can you hear me okay?
Yep, can you hear me?
Yep, you're good. Okay, I've got Max Olin, one of the seniors for the Dons, here with me, and Cam Barton coming up right after him. Max, thanks for coming up and spending a couple minutes with us. First thing I wanted to ask is, do you play anything else besides basketball? Is that the only sport you play?
Last year I just started up track and field.
Yeah?
Yeah. So far that's been good, and I plan to do it this year.
Okay. Well, that always helps with basketball, too, to get you in shape before you even have to start running. You're always a step ahead of those other guys that hadn't done it.
Yeah, that's real nice to have.
Okay. This year, you guys have had a pretty good season. You beat some teams maybe people didn't think you were going to, and then you probably lost some that you didn't think you should have. But it's been a pretty good year so far. You got the second seed in the district, and looks like you're going to be playing the winner of Cape Notre Dame and Perryville. Have you been looking at film on those guys?
Yeah, so we've been looking at them a lot since they played the same time as we did versus Jackson, and they versed the top seed Dexter that same night.
Yeah.
And so we watched a lot of film over that game and a couple more, getting some stats on them, and also getting some connections to see how they're doing right now. Just make sure we know what to do when we come up to it.
Do they have big guys? I mean, height-wise, you going to be about the same, or?
Height-wise, they're all around about 6'1", all the same height. So they're all tall, but we have bigger men, but they're all around the same height. So they may have some more size on us.
Okay. What about? Do you have a favorite memory of your 4 years in high school here? I mean, I asked JD the same thing. I wished I should have told you guys I was going to ask you. You could have had somewhat time to think about it. But anything right offhand sticks out that is maybe your favorite moment?
Man, there's a lot of moments. The main two I can think of right now is Bloomfield this year. Just the impact that the crowd is just an amazing environment, and also winning Mr. and Mrs. DHS. That was kind of a good moment. The win with my my good girlfriend.
Yeah. Well, hey, that's the best way to do it.
Yeah.
You want to do it with somebody else's girlfriend.
Yeah.
Also, you made the all-tournament team at Bloomfield the last 2 years, right? Or did you just make it this year?
I think this year.
Okay. Well, you guys made a heck of a showing over there. I don't think a lot of people thought you guys would finish where you did, and you actually had a chance of winning a championship game. But maybe you'll get a rematch for that game
I hope so.
next Friday night, hopefully.
I'm ready.
Well, what are you planning on doing after high school?
High school, I plan to go to a college, but I'm just not sure what college yet. The main thing I'm trying to figure out right now is what career I want to do and find the right college for that. And I do plan to continue sports. I just don't know if it's going to be basketball or track, because right now I'm getting a good amount of recruitment forms from track. But I love the game of the sport of basketball. I would love to continue that.
Have you got any interest from anybody?
I got a couple of recruit forms from there, and I would like to continue doing basketball. But right now it's just kind of foggy. Just don't know exactly what I'm going to do yet.
Yeah. Well, sometimes it takes a long time after you get out of high school to figure out what you're going to do.
Yeah.
But listen, I appreciate you coming up, and I've enjoyed watching you play and calling your games here for the last 4 years. I just want to wish you good luck in everything that you do.
I appreciate you doing it. Thank you.
Now hand that over to Cam, Aaron. We'll get him on there. Now, put that mic down there. There you go. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, how you doing tonight?
I'm doing pretty good. How about yourself?
I'm doing all right. Thanks, Kent. Do you play any other sports besides basketball?
I do not.
You do not? That's the only one.
As much as I wish I did, I don't.
A little too late to go do it now.
Yeah.
Well, okay, what about you? What has been, have you had a favorite moment in your 4 years here at Doniphan, sports-wise?
Well, I really liked going into that Bloomfield tournament and going, even though we lost in the championship, I really liked going there and making second place, because everybody in the town, everybody that I was seeing over time, whenever we got to the championship of the Bloomfield tournament, they were saying, y'all have made a heck of a run, like that's the first time we've been in the championship since 07 and yada, yada, yada. And I'm like, well, I didn't know it was that, long since we've been there. So I thought that was pretty cool. And it was just really nice going into that environment and seeing all those people in the stands and just the energy that was there in that building. It was really cool, and I really like that experience.
I've been going over there for over 40 years watching ball games, and it's got to be one of the best tournaments in the state.
Oh, yeah.
And last year, you guys won third place last year. I mean, you've had the last 2 years of, 6-2 over there. I mean, that's pretty good. Anytime you can play all 4 days, it's good, no matter where you're playing, what spot you're playing for.
For sure.
What are you planning on doing when you get out of school?
Well, as of right now, I plan on taking a year off and kind of just deciding where I need to go, kind of just taking my time, honestly, and just wondering where I need to go, where I'm led to. I have, as of right now, I want to kind of go into sales and become a salesman so far. But as of right now, I don't even know for sure if I want to go to college yet, if I'm wanting to become. I've thought about real estate here and there. But other than that, just kind of taking my time and just seeing where I'm kind of led to.
Well, if you're not in any big hurry and you're not rushed, I mean, I don't know. I don't see anything wrong with that myself. Right. I think it's kind of a good idea. I was going to ask one more thing, too, and I forgot what it was. Ain't that something? Well, anyway. Well, listen, I appreciate you coming up, and I have enjoyed watching you guys the last 4 years here and calling your games. You guys have won a lot of games over the 4 years.
Yes, sir.
And we're not done yet, hopefully.
Oh, no.
Hopefully we'll get a rematch for that next game next Friday night.
I'd love to.
Well, I want to wish you good luck in the rest of the season.
Thank you.
And after you get out of high school, whatever you choose to do, I wish you good luck.
Thank you so much, sir.
All right. That's Cam Barton. And just got through talking to him and Max Owen. And appreciate them coming up. And we've still got one more we're going to do at halftime of the varsity game, and that's Sean Gazaway. He'll be up to visit with us at halftime of the varsity game. And we're about 11 minutes away from the start of the main event here tonight, the Jackson Lady Indians and the Doniphan Donettes. Give me just a second to get my paperwork here all set up for, I believe this is only the third time these two schools have ever, fourth time, excuse me, Well, Jackson has won the previous 3, but they have not played since 2011. They played in 09, 2010, 2011. Jackson won all 3 of those games. Now, coming into tonight's game, I think I mentioned this earlier, but they have had 7 common opponents that they have played this year. The Madrid County Central, Dexter, Kennett, Poplar Bluff, Saxony Lutheran, and Sykeston. And both teams, the Donettes and the Jackson Lady Indians, have won all 6 of those. The only loss, both teams lost to South Iron, and both of those have been just in the last couple of weeks. So both the teams are 6-1 against common opponents. And we'll look at Jackson's record coming in. They are 18-6. They are Class 6. I was talking about that earlier. They're Class 6. That's the highest class in Missouri. And they are in District 1 of Class 6. They're 18-6. And they were undefeated at home this year. Their away record is 5-2, and they were 6-4 on neutral sites as in tournaments and things like that. They are only averaging 49.9 points a game and giving up 38. So they're averaging right at 12 points more a game than they give up. Now for the Donettes, they're Class 4 District 1. They are 23-2 coming into tonight's game. They're 6-1 at home. That one loss was to South Iron. They're 7-1 on the road. The one loss was at Mountain View Liberty, and they had beaten Mountain View earlier in the season. And they are 10-0 in tournament games and neutral sites, winners of the OFC tournament and the Twin Rivers Lady Royals Christmas tournament and the Lady Dog Classic in Van Buren. They are averaging 57 points a game and giving up 37.4, so they're about 20 points, average about 20 points more a game than do their opponents. I'll get to the individual stats for the Donettes here. Okay, they're shooting 41.4% from the field, the Donettes, 32.1 from the three-point line, and 53.6 at the free throw line, and they're averaging 34.4 rebounds a game. They're holding their defensive stats. They're holding their opponents to only 31% shooting. They're forcing 23.3 turnovers a game, and that is huge for the Donettes. If they're able to turn the other team over, they are able to get a lot of easy layups and fast break points on the other end. And their opponents are averaging 28 rebounds a game, so they're plus 6.5 on rebound. The leading scorer is Kenzie Reedus, averaging 14.5. She's shooting almost 58% from the field and getting 8.5 rebounds. McKenna Monahan's averaging 11.3 a game. Brooke Klepsig's averaging 10.3. She's shooting 36% from behind the three-point line. Grayson Kirby's averaging 8.4. She is the leading free throw shooter at 75.4. Sarah Owen is averaging 4.7 points and 6.3 rebounds. And Dalila Watson averaging 3.5 points a game. There was one thing that I definitely wanted to mention here. Matt wrote down at the bottom of my stat sheet, this year on our live streams, this season, I assume it says this season just for basketball, we have had almost 16,000 viewers. And I guess it would be, this is our 16th game of the season, I believe, because I think the boys had 8 home games, and this is, I think, is the 8th one for the Donettes. So that would be 16 games. So that's just averaging 1,000 viewers a game, and that is, to me, that's a more amazing stat than the ones I just read you about the players. But almost 16,000 viewers, and that's not including tonight. And we're going to have a bunch tonight as well, because there's a lot of teams that are not playing tonight. And we have a huge crowd here tonight for this final game of the season for the Donettes. Now, I mentioned earlier, I was going to read you the names of all the seniors that are in the Current River Broadcasting class who come out to the ball games. They run the cameras for us. And as you folks know, you watch the games, we have as good a shots with our cameras as anybody out there doing live stream. And we probably should have. We've been doing it longer than anybody else, but these kids do a great job. And Matt Morin, the head of Current River Broadcasting, he requires that they do this for part of their grade, I assume. But tonight I have Destiny Westfall. She's just to my right here, running the mid-court camera, and Charlie Jones also on one of the cameras tonight. The other seniors are Chelsea Borkus, Larity Chapman, Emily Glasgow, Carly Highfill, Carter Mathis, Michaela Orick, Chris Black, Cam Barton, who was just here talking to us, Sean Gazaway will be up at halftime of this game, and Ashton, I believe that is Raridan. If I said that wrong, I apologize. But that's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 seniors that are in Current River Broadcasting that run the cameras for us on our ball games. And I just want to say I appreciate it. I mean, here I am calling the games, and you're getting to watch our games just like you would if you were watching a game on TV. Now, there's a lot of schools that do live streams, but there's very few of them, percentage-wise, that has announcers. A lot of them you just watch the game, and some of them have the score up there, but they don't have the time, and the fouls and all that. Current River Broadcasting, Matt Moore is number one in live streaming as far as I'm concerned, and I've seen a lot of them do it, and it's just number one, a Class A outfit that Matt has put together at Current River Broadcasting, and I want to thank all the students I just named off for doing a great job for us. Well, we're about 4 minutes away from our national anthem and the starting lineups in what should be a really good basketball game. And looking out there, it looks like to me that their varsity team probably is not as tall as their junior varsity team was. The St. John girl that played in the JV game, they've got her listed down on the varsity as well. And other than that, they do have Nadia Wazalewski, a 6'1 junior. But everybody else they've got 1'5'10 and 1'5'9, or a couple 5'10. So we want to be fairly evened up on the height-wise in this game. Jackson looks like they're going to have black uniforms on. They've all got their warm-ups on right now. The captains are meeting at half court. And I am going to turn my mic off here for just a couple of minutes, and we'll be back right after the national anthem plays. We'll be back to give you the starters for the Jackson Lady Indians and the Doniphan Donettes on the last home game of the season before district starts next week.
We see the potential of her and him and you, of where you're from and what you can accomplish. Because when you set your mind to it, there's nothing you can't do. But reaching your potential isn't just about achieving your goals. It's about helping others, supporting your neighbors, building your community, and investing in people that make a difference. Like her, and him, and you. Because when you're from here, that's just what you do. And from here, we can do anything.
Hometown Pharmacy is your one-stop pharmacy for all of your medical needs. Our pharmacists provide shots for flu, pneumonia, and shingles all in this pharmacy with no appointment necessary. Refills can be requested online or through our app, and delivery is available if you live within the city limits. Transferring prescriptions is easy, so come by or give us a call, and our friendly staff will take care of everything. Come experience the difference a hometown pharmacy can make on LaRue Street in Doniphan.
At Mathis Timber, our goal is to provide our landowners with the greatest possible financial return on their timber lands, while not damaging young timber or leaving your property in a mess. We have served Ripley County and the surrounding areas since 1939. We will buy your timber on lump sum total or percentage. We have several references upon request. Contact Craig Mathis at 573-429-0996 and see how Mathis Timber can assist you with all your timber harvesting needs.
The housing market is hot and interest rates are still low, making it a great time to sell your house or look for your new home. Either way, Taylor Schleif with United Country American Realty in Doniphan is there for you. Check out her listings online and be assured that Taylor will be with you every step of the way, making the process easier and more enjoyable for you. Come see her at their office in Oak Tree Village or schedule an appointment by calling 996-6786. Taylor Schleif and United Country American Realty, coming soon to a closing near you.
Davis True Value is proud to sponsor the Dons and Donettes for another exciting ball season. Just like the Dons and Donettes, Davis True Value knows hard work wins the game. They are your selection, service, and savings destination hardware store, serving the area with paint, plumbing, electrical, lawn and garden, and housewares. Your local True Value hardware with so much more. From window repair to chainsaw sharpening, we are the store of first choice. Behind every project is a True Value.
We're for worrying less about the what-ifs and more about the why-nots. We're for checking off your bucket list and then making a new one. We're for starting a family, a business, a tradition. And if you find yourself starting over, we're here for that too. We're for doing as much as you possibly can on a Saturday and absolutely nothing on a Sunday. We're for building a life in Missouri and going out and living it. And when it comes to making sure everything you build is protected, we're here for you. We are Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance, and we are Missouri for life.
I'm Lindsay Turner, your Missouri Farm Bureau insurance agent, and if you're in Ripley County, I've got you covered.
All right, welcome back, everybody. Keith Bowman back at Doniphan High School, set for varsity action. The Jackson Lady Indians and the Doniphan Donettes. Adam Stone King is the Jackson Indians the Lady Indians head coach. They will start number 3, Macy Wendell, a 5'5 senior. Cameron Alsdorf, a 5'7 sophomore. Number 5, Holland Gilliams, a 5'7 junior. Number 11, number 15, Caitlin Waller, a 5'10 senior. And number 23, Aubrey Brothers, a 5'11 senior. Now the Donettes, 23-2 on the season. And Grayson Kirby, number 1. McKenna Monahan, number 2. Kenzie Reedus, number 32. Taylor Davis, as Coach Epps going to start all the seniors night, number 35. And Brooke Klepsik, number 51. The only non-senior in that group is Kenzie Reedus, a junior. And the Donettes will go from left to right in the first half. Jackson from right to left. And we are set for what should be a very, very interesting basketball game here. Final game of the season before the Donettes and the Jackson Lady Indians head to districts next week. It will be Aubrey Brothers, number 23, jumping against Kenzie Reedus. And we are set to go. 8 minutes on the clock. And the ball is in the air. And McKenna Monahan gets the ball off of the tip, and she circles back out. Jackson's going to play man-to-man. They give it to Kenzie Reedus. Down underneath to Grayson Kirby, put it up, missed it. And the ball tipped around, and Grayson's going to come out of there with it. Well, they run a perfect play to start with, and Grayson's going to take it in, put it up, a shot blocked. And Aubrey Brothers gets the rebound. Gives it up to Waller. Waller up the right side. She's met by Taylor Davis. Donettes playing man-to-man as well. Over to Wendell. She hands it off to Alsdorf. Drives into the paint, puts it up in the left hand. It's good. And that was exactly the same play that Coach Epps called a timeout on in the JV game because the Donettes didn't rotate off the screen. Pass up the floor. Over to Kirby, and she saves it before it goes out of bounds. A nice hustle by Taylor Davis to keep it from going out of bounds. Grayson Kirby dribbles into the paint and tries to get to the paint. We got a foul. And it's going to be on Holland Gilliams. First foul in the game on either team. Donettes will inbound under their own basket. Inbounds comes into Davis. Out to Kirby. Lobs it over to Kenzie Reedus. Gets Brothers in the air and puts it in. Little pump fake there. Good to see that. 2-2's our score. Gilliams brings it up. She's guarded by Brooke Klepsik. Switched off Kirby. Now in the corner. Brothers has got it. Dribbles to the free throw line. Gives it out to Wendell. Wendell guarded by Monahan. Hands it off and driving to the basket again. Kicking it out in the corner to Alsdorf. Donette's done a better job of picking up that time. Now this time they switch and they don't get back. The shot no good though. And on the rebound we got a tie ball and it will belong to Jackson. That time both players went with the ball and they left the brothers wide open, but she didn't make the shot. Waller will toss it in for Jackson. Gets it in the corner, Alsdorf. Waller, fall away jumper, short, and the ball is going to go out of bounds. Last touch, I think, by Brooke Klepsig. She started to let it go, and Waller come up from behind her, and then she decided she better try to get it, and then she touched it last when it went out of bounds. If she'd have picked it up right away, it probably would have been all right. Pass comes in to Gilliams. Long three-pointer put up, hits the top of the backboard, and McKenna Monahan gets the rebound. Gets it across the half line, gives it to Kirby. Over to Davis. Davis is going to fire up a three. It's an air ball. And the rebound comes down to Waller, and she'll bring it up herself. Waller dribbles into the paint, and we're going to have another foul, I guess. That's a terrible call. Folks, I don't say anything. You got two referees on this side of the floor, right there where the ball is, and the referee on the other side of the floor calls the foul. There's no way he had a better look at that. And Coach Epps doesn't like it either. That was terrible. Pass lobbed into Waller. She's going to put it up and score. 4-2. They called that foul on Kirby a while ago. And Coach Epps calls a timeout. I don't know if he thought they were getting close to the 10-second call or not. We will keep it here with 5:37 to go. But I mean, you folks know me that listen all the time, watch all the time. I don't say much about the refereeing. But when you have two officials on the same side of the floor where the ball was, and they're within probably, both of them, one of them was within probably 20 feet of the ball and the other one 10 feet, and the one all the way across the floor 40 feet away from the play calls the foul. And two of the officials just got together, and one of them was the one that called it. If I was the other officials, I'd be having a talk with them saying, hey, you know, that kind of makes the other officials look bad. I mean, there's times that one can see better than that, but there's no way that he could see that better from where he was with all the players in between them. Anyway, my ranting's over with. We're back to playing here. And now Jackson comes out in his zone defense. They're trying to get Klepsik open. And her pass into Kenzie Reedus. She's going to put it on the floor. Go up. She scores. And one. Kenzie Reedus off to a good start. She's got 4 points. The basket will count. And the foul is going to be on number 23. That is on Aubrey Brothers. It's a second team foul. And Kenzie Reedus will have a chance at the three-point play. But she misses a free throw. But Sarah Owen, who just checked in for Taylor Davis, got the offensive rebound. Gives it to Monahan. She's going to take it in, put it up with the left hand, no good. And they're going to have, oh my goodness. What in the world is going on with these guys tonight? Monahan had her hands on the ball, and Coach Epps said it should have been a jump ball, and they call a foul on her. So that's Monahan's first foul. Waller brings it up to score 4-4 with 5 minutes and 2 seconds left. And drive into the paint, a bad pass. Now Alsdorf couldn't handle the pass from from Gilliam. There was a foul away from the ball there. Sarah Owen, I'm not really sure it was a foul. Waller run into her and fell down. Coach Stone King thought it was a foul, but he didn't get on him too bad. So the Donettes with the ball, chance to take the lead. Monahan's going to dribble into the paint, ball knocked away, and it's going to be stolen. And here comes Wendell. Sarah Owen goes down, tries to catch up, made her miss the shot. Offensive rebound is put back up by Gilliams, no good. Now, here comes Grayson Kirby. Passes across the lane to Monahan, lays it up and won't go. And Aubrey Brothers, as the snowbird, goes down and lays it in, and that's Cameron Alsdorf. And they were doing that in the JV game a little bit. There's somebody's going to have to rotate back. Monahan was the one that drove in there, so one of the other guards has got to rotate back. Lob down low. Reedus turns to the baseline, puts it up, no good. And the rebound comes down to Gilliams. Passes it up the floor to Waller. Jackson, you can tell, wanting to run. She's going to stop and pop a three. No good. And Monahan with the rebound as the Donettes head back the other way. Pass up the floor, and Klepsik wasn't looking for it. And the Donettes turn it over. Number 22, Nadia Wazalewski, a 6'1 junior, checks in and replaces Aubrey Brothers. They're using Waller to bring the ball up. She's one of their taller players. Now they're going to give it back to Gilliams. Low scoring first quarter. We're coming down to 3.5 minutes, and it's 6-4 Jackson. Gilliams right wing. And a bad pass. Oh, they're going to say it was deflected. I don't know. Kirby didn't look like she didn't doubt the call, but it didn't look like to me that anybody touched that. But inbounds pass comes to Alsdorf. She dribbles in, puts it up, no good. And the ball's going to go out of bounds. Last touch by Jackson. It's a 2-2-1 full court press by Jackson. Monahan lobs it up to Klepsik, up in the front court to Owen. Cross court, Kirby bounces across to Reedus, and we're going to have a foul before she can get the shot up on Alsdorf. That'll be her first personal and the third team foul. That's one of them I kind of wish they hadn't called, because I think Reedus would have had her 6-point right there. Lobs into Sarah Owen, and she almost tied up. Back out to Brooke. Brooks 3-pointers up, and it's good. Brooke Klepsik hits her first shot of the night. And a pass. Waller is just at the other end. Nobody down there. And it ain't going to take very long. If that happens again, Coach Epps will be calling another timeout, because that's a couple of times that they've already had one on nobody. And that was after a made basket. You've got to have somebody getting back. I don't know whose fault that was, but somebody has got to get back. So Jackson goes back up 8-7. As I said, it is a low-scoring first quarter. Owen at the head of the key. Over to Kirby. She's going to try a three-pointer. It's no good. Gets her own rebound. Going to take it into the paint. Lays it up. It won't go. Ball tipped around. And Wazalewski gets it. Donette's got to get back because they are looking to run. Wendell brings it up. Throws it in the corner. And a three-pointer is going to be put up. It misses badly. No block out. Offensive rebound. And it's going to be up and in for Wazalewski. And it's kind of like, to me, it's kind of like the JV game to start with. They're getting out-hustled, and another bad pass by Monahan. Intercepted. And Waller for three. It's good. That's 7 points for Waller. And the Donettes are just not looking very crisp right now. 13-7. McKenna Monahan. Now over to Sarah Owen. Over to Kirby, back out front to Monahan. Coach Epps hollers out a play as Donettes set up now. Gives it to Klepsik. Out front to Kirby. Kirby bounces, ball kicked. Now Maddie Reeves is checking in, and Aubrey Brothers is checking back in for Jackson. Also, Peyton Lowry checks in for the Donettes. Maddie Reedus will toss it in for the Donettes. Sarah open, wide open. She fakes and gets her man in the air and lays it in. And again, that's the second time that Donettes have used a head fake on a shot right underneath the basket and got the Jackson player off their feet. 13-9 as Alsdorf brings it across the half line. Dribbles down to the left baseline. Throws it back out front to Waller. Lowry switches off on her. Now back in the corner, Alsdorf. Now they bring it back out front. Wendell has the ball again. Passes it right side to Alsdorf. He gets a screen, dribbles down into the paint, kicks it out in the corner. Wendell's got a wide open three. She missed it badly, but there is nobody on the offside to block off Aubrey Brothers, and that was like shooting a wide open layup. Donette's defense is not very good right now. Klepsik open again, buries another three. But they got to get some stops on the other end. They just haven't done a very good job of handling. I remember what game was that? South Iron. First half, they did a terrible job defending the pick and roll. Down to 4 seconds, and the three-pointer put up. Klepsik gets the rebound, and that is going to be the end of the first quarter. And it's going to be 15 for Jackson and 12 for the Donettes at the end of the first quarter. We'll take a 1-minute break, and we'll be back more of Doniphan High School basketball on Current River Broadcasting.
Through the years, it's taken all of us to make our community great. We're proud that Chevrolet has been an important part of America's history for many generations. And Ripley County, Missouri, you are as American as it gets. And that's why your friends at Countryside Chevrolet of Doniphan want to say thank you. Thank you for making our country and our community great.
Donettes ball trailing 15-12 at the end of one. It's Kirby, Monahan, Reedus, Owen, and Klepsik. She fakes the three, and she puts up about 10 feet, and the shot blocked. And the rebound comes down to Wazalewski. Gives it to Waller. Also on the floor is Wendell. And one from the head of the key, no good. Reedus with the block out and the rebound. Gives it to Monahan. Brothers is out there as well. And Gillums. Kirby wide open at the head of the key for three, no good. And battling for the rebound, and good job there by Sarah Owen. And she called for a travel. He pointed the wrong way. He pointed Donette's ball, but Kenzie Reedus is going to get a rest. Delila Watson in with Kirby, Monahan, Klepsik, and Owen. And Brooke Klepsik almost gets a steal. And it's going to go out of bounds off her down in the corner as they go to a 2-2-1 press that time, but it looks like now they'll go back man-to-man. Waller inbounds it, and she gets it right back from Wendell. Wendell picks it up in the backcourt, throws a pass over her head. And Gillums bobbled the ball and hit her in the top of the head. But they keep the possession. Gillums to Wendell in the middle of the floor. Dribbles right, and we're going to have a hand check on Monahan. And that's going to be McKenna's second foul. That's what I was telling you in that JV game. They are not letting them play at all. Alsdorf checks back in. Now McKenna Monahan's going to have to check out with 2 fouls. Maddie Reedus checks back in. That is the third team foul. Waller dribbles all the way over to the left side. Passes it to Wazalewski. The cutters go off of her. She dribbles. Ball knocked away, but it goes right in the corner. And putting up a wild shot, no good, but they don't block her out. She gets the rebound. Alsdorf, she has got 6 points. They did a good job making her miss the shot, but then they didn't block her out and get the rebound. And a nice pass to Delila Watson, and her shot's blocked. And again, another tie ball should have been called, and they didn't call it. Jackson comes out with it. Lob down low, Wazalewski puts it in. And they're just beating the Donettes down the floor. They're beating the Donettes at their own game right now is what they're doing, because usually Reedus and Owen's the one that gets down the floor. Brooke Klepsik, right wing, in the corner to Kirby. Gets around the defender, puts it up, no good, and an offensive foul on Kirby. Now Kirby's got 2 fouls. McKenna Monahan already on the bench with 2. And Kenzie Reedus and Peyton Lowry check back in. Kirby's going to have to go to the bench with 2 fouls. Well, the Donettes in a little bit of trouble here in the first half. Yeah, I don't know what's going on here. One of the officials is, they must have had somebody said something to one of the officials, so they're calling over the assistant principal. They must be going to eject somebody here. We had one ejected the other night as well. Well, the official was standing right there on the sideline, so now he's going to Mike Jones, the principal. And we're back to play here. Waller gets a screen. And we're going to have an illegal screen on number 5, Cameron Alsdorf, and that's her second foul. So she checks out. Macy Wendell comes back in. And now their Jackson coach, Adam Stoneking's questioning the amount of fouls on number 5. Well, evidently that's wrong because he's leaving her in the game. He's bringing Wazalewski out. So I don't know. Well, they've got 4 team fouls, and I've got 4 fouls marked down, so I don't know. Lowry passes it up to Sarah Owen. Over to Klepsik. She's open again for another 3, and it's good. Oh, no. You've got to be kidding me. They called a walk. Oh, geez. Come on, man. Well, they're getting the crowd in an uproar. I can tell you that right now. They just had I think we just had a fan ejected a minute ago, and now you can keep making calls like that, you're going to have them all over you. That was pitiful. She just caught the ball and shot it. My God. 7-point lead for the Lady Indians. Wendell holds the ball above her head, puts it on the floor now. Gives it to Wendell, and Maddie Reedus knocks it out of her hand, and it goes out of bounds, and it'll stay with Jackson. .507 to go first half. Pass way out front. Comes to Wendell. Gives it to Waller. She's picked up on a switch by Peyton Lowry. And the Donovan crowd starting to get into it now. Waller drives, and that's a travel. Should be. Yes, it is. Actually, that was, I'm not sure which Jackson player it was on the right wing. They ran her man right into to Waller and caused the travel because she ran into one of her own players and another Donovan defender. Lowry gives the ball back to Reedus, lobs it up in the front court to Owen. If the Donettes could turn around right there, they'd have a 3-on-2. Klepsik open in the corner. Her three-pointer no good. And we're going to have a foul on Sarah Owen on the rebound. And they got that one right. I know the fans are not going to like it, but they got that one right. Donovan fans are still upset over that walking call on that three-point shot that Klepsik made a while ago. And I don't blame them. You'd think the last game of the season, I've never seen this one official before. I've never seen him anywhere before. You'd think you would have seen him in many games as we've had this year, somewhere. Wendell drives baseline. Tries to pass it through the lane. It's loose on the floor. And the Donettes come out with it. Here comes Maddie Reedus. Pass it to Brooke. Brooke drives baseline. Puts up the little floater. It's good. Klepsik with 8. And it's 19-14 with 4 minutes left in the second quarter. Gillums catches it over on the right wing to Waller. Follow-away jumper on the baseline, way short. And Sarah Owen with the rebound. And that's going to be a foul in the back court on Macy Wendell. Donettes have two starters, Grayson Kirby and McKenna Monahan, on the bench with 2 fouls. And they're kind of hanging around, and that's what they need to do here in the rest of this first half. Reedus gives it over to Peyton Lowry in the corner. Klepsik down low. Reedus, she turns. She's going to go up and under with the left hand and scores again. 6 points for Kenzie Reedus. 19-16. Jackson up by 3. Waller picks up her dribble. Ball deflected in the corner. 3-pointer put up, it's no good. And Peyton Lowry gets the rebound. Gives it to Reedus. Reedus running up the floor. Crossover dribble and ball kicked. Just trying to go a little too fast. Pass up the floor. Gillum's going to stop and shoot a 3, and it's good. That's a killer, boy, I tell you. You lose it on the other end. And it's 22-16. The Donettes have got back within 3. But like I said, they're hanging around with 2:57 to go in the first half. We got a timeout, and we will take a 1-minute break and be back with more Donettes basketball on Current River Broadcasting.
We see the potential of her and him and you, of where you're from and what you can accomplish. Because when you set your mind to it, there's nothing you can't do. But reaching your potential isn't just about achieving your goals. It's about helping others, supporting your neighbors, building your community, and investing in people that make a difference. Like her and him and you. Because when you're from here, that's just what you do. And from here, we can do anything.
We had a wild and woolly first half here, and we still got a little over, almost 3 minutes to go, 2:57. Donettes had cut it to 3. They were down by 7 earlier, but then a 3-pointer got them back up by 6. And McKenna Monahan back in the ball game, and Grayson Kirby as well. So hopefully that neither one of them will pick up the 3rd foul before half. And Maddie Reedus, Kenzie Reedus, and Sarah Owen out there. Monahan jumps up in the air, no place to go again. She has got to quit doing that. Don't just stop and look for somebody to pass to. Long 3-pointer by Waller is no good. And the Donettes get the rebound. Monahan, little hesitation, drives to the baseline, and another foul going to be called on Macy Wendell. That's her second, and I believe, we'll see, I don't know if I looked up there. That's the 16th foul. And Brooke Klepsik checks back in. Also, Wazalewski checks in for Wendell, who has 2 fouls. Lob in the paint to Reedus. Out front, Monahan, wide open 3. It's an air ball. And again, taken off to the other end was number 11, Gillens. Nobody back for the Donettes. As soon as McKenna shot that, she got to run to the other end, because they are looking for easy layups, snowbird layups, which I don't like that kind of basketball, and a beautiful fast break, but they lose the ball. Brothers couldn't handle the pass from Wazalewski, or she had a wide open layup. 2:06 to go, still a 2-2-1 full court press by Jackson. Monahan in the middle of the floor to Reedus. Now to Kirby, over in the corner, Klepsik. She hits Sarah Owen. Owen's going to take it up, and we're going to have another foul. And this will be a 1-and-1. That'll be the 7th team foul. And that one is on number, did he call that on Wendell? That's her 3rd foul. And that will bring Alsdorf back in, and she's got 2. This is, Jackson has not shot a free throw yet, and this is only the 2nd one for Donettes. Peyton Lowry and Maddie Reedus back in, and it'll be Kirby and Monahan going out, both playing with 2 fouls. Coach Epps trying to keep them from getting that 3rd one. Owens free throw, no good. Gosh, you got to make some free throws. And the ball almost stolen in a corner, and it is stolen. And going to have a layup as Owen and scores. Pretty pass from Kenzie Reedus to make it 22-18. Gillens brings it across the half line. Met by Peyton Lowry. Gives it over to Waller. Waller finds a path to the basket, lays it up, and no good, but a foul. The Donettes are not collapsing. I don't know. I know they like to get up and play that belly-up man-to-man, but if you're getting beat, you need to back off of them just a little bit. And this will be Jackson's first free throw. And it is Caitlin Waller. And her first one's no good. That foul was on Kenzie Reedus, her first. Now Monahan checking back in as Coach Epps is just playing offense-defense here in the first half, which you always hope you don't have to do that, but right now that's what he's doing. Waller second, it's no good. And Maddie Reedus with the rebound. Donettes got a 3-on-2, actually a 4-on-2. Brooks open for a three, no good. And rebound is going to be out of bounds off of Maddie Reedus. Well, that was a good look. Brooke just couldn't get it to go. Here comes Peyton Lowry back in for defense. Donettes picking up full court man-to-man. Got to make sure somebody don't go deep on him here. Waller inbounds and she throws it away. And Maddie Reedus got fouled, no call. And she got knocked to the floor. Jackson's got the ball. Gillums gets it across the half line. She's double teamed. By a three-pointer put up and good. That was by Allsdorf. And it'll happen every time, folks, I'm telling you. Every time you make a dumb play or they don't call something they should call, which Reedus intercepted that pass and got knocked to the floor, and they didn't call anything, and they end up hitting a three-pointer. Now number 10, Lauren McDowell, a 5'4" senior, checks in for Jackson. Got a minute to go, 25-18. Lob in the paint. Sarah Owen back out to Monahan. Fakes the three. Now she's going to shoot the little 10-foot jumper, and it's good. And that is McKenna Monahan's first bucket, folks. Back the other way. Gillens feathers out to the right wing. And ball knocked out of her hands by Monahan. Lowry quickly back up and coming back in. And Coach Stone King also brings Allsdorf back in for offense as Peyton Lowry come in for defense. 25-20, 34 seconds left first half. Allsdorf down low, Wasilewski lost it. Pick and roll, and it didn't work that time. Now Maddie Reedus up the floor. And the ball knocked out of her hands, and it's going to be saved. And it's going to be Peyton Lowry who gets it. And then it's taken away from her. Doggone it. It's just back and forth. And a long three-pointer put up. And she shot that too quick. It's an air ball out of bounds, but Donettes only got 2.2 seconds. Be nice if they could get fouled here real quick and get a free throw or two. And Lowry's going to throw a baseball pass, and it's not anywhere close. So it's 25-20 at halftime in favor of the Jackson Lady Indians over the Donettes. So first half scoring 9 points for Cameron Allsdorf, 3 for Holland Gilliams. Caitlin Waller has 7, 4 for Nadia Wasilewski, and 2 for Aubrey Brothers. And they were 0 of 3 from the free throw line. And the Donettes were 0 of 2 from the free throw line. McKenna Monahan has 2 for the Donettes. That's got to pick up in the second half, folks, I think. 4 for Sarah Owen, 6 for Kenzie Reedus, and 8 for Brooke Klepsig. Let's see, 8, 6, 14, 18, 20. And that's a total of 20. And in the first half, first quarter, it was 15-12 Jackson. And that quarter, they outscored the Donettes 10-8 and have taken a 25-20 halftime lead over the Donettes here on senior night and last home game of the season before the Dons and Donettes start district play next week at Dexter. Let me get my sheet back out here again. We'll go over that district information for you. Okay, our first game next week, which, as I said, we're about 99.9% sure we're going to be doing radio. We just don't know for sure. Probably be on 88.3, but I'm not positive. So the boys will play on Wednesday the 1st at 7 o'clock, and they will play the winner of Cape Notre Dame and Perryville. The boys got the number 2 seed. Cape Notre Dame is 3, Perryville 6. And Cape Notre Dame and Perryville will play on Monday, and the Dons will play the winner of that one on Wednesday at 7. The first game that night will be Dexter against either Kennett or Fredericktown at 5:30. Dexter was the number 1 seed, Kennett 4 and Fredericktown 5. Now the next night on Thursday, the 2nd, the Donettes will play the early game at 5:30, and they will play the winner of Dexter and Perryville, which plays on Tuesday night. Dexter's the 4 seed, Perryville's the 5 seed. And in the second game that night, Saxony Lutheran, the 2 seed, will play the winner of Fredericktown and Kennett, and that will be at 7 o'clock on the 2nd. Fredericktown is the 3 seed, Kennett is the 6 seed. The finals for the boys will be on Friday night, so if the boys win, they will play Friday night, which will be the 3rd. And if the girls win, they play Saturday afternoon. I can't remember the time, but we'll get that for you when we are on the radio for those games. And hopefully we'll have both teams playing in the finals. So the boys will play either Notre Dame or Perryville Wednesday night at 7. The girls will play Thursday at 5:30 against either Dexter or Perryville. Well, I was supposed to have one more senior coming up here to talk, but I see him standing over on the other side of the floor. I don't know if maybe he don't want to come be on the air or what. I'm going to take a break here, and I'll be back with you shortly.
Hometown Pharmacy is your one-stop pharmacy for all of your medical needs. Our pharmacists provide shots for flu, pneumonia, and shingles all in this pharmacy with no appointment necessary. Refills can be requested online or through our app, and delivery is available if you live within the city limits. Transferring prescriptions is easy, so come by or give us a call, and our friendly staff will take care of everything. Come experience the difference a hometown pharmacy can make on LaRue Street in Doniphan.
At Mathis Timber, our goal is to provide our landowners with the greatest possible financial return on their timber lands, while not damaging young timber or leaving your property in a mess. We have served Ripley County and the surrounding areas since 1939. We will buy your timber on lump sum total or percentage. We have several references upon request. Contact Craig Mathis at 573-429-0996 and see how Mathis Timber can assist you with all your timber harvesting needs.
The housing market is hot and interest rates are so low, making it a great time to sell your house or look for your new home. Either way, Taylor Schleif with United Country American Realty in Doniphan is there for you. Check out her listings online and be assured that Taylor will be with you every step of the way, making the process easier and more enjoyable for you. Come see her at their office in Oak Tree Village or schedule an appointment by calling 996-6786. Taylor Schleif and United Country.
Davis True Value is proud to sponsor the Dons and Donettes for another exciting ball season. Just like the Dons and Donettes, Davis True Value knows hard work wins the game. They are your selection, service, and savings destination hardware store, serving the area with paint, plumbing, electrical, lawn and garden, and housewares. Your local True Value Hardware with so much more. From window repair to chainsaw sharpening, we are the store of first choice. Behind every project is a True Value.
We're for worrying less about the what-ifs and more about the why-nots. We're for checking off your bucket list and then making a new one. We're for starting a family, a business, a tradition. And if you find yourself starting over, we're here for that too. We're for doing as much as you possibly can on a Saturday and absolutely nothing on a Sunday. We're for building a life in Missouri and going out and living it. And when it comes to making sure everything you build is protected, we're here for you. We are Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance, and we are Missouri for life.
I'm Lindsay Turner, your Missouri Farm Bureau insurance agent, and if you're in Ripley County, I've got you covered.
Welcome back, everybody. We are a couple minutes away from the start of the second half, and the Donettes trail 25-20, a fairly low-scoring first half. Both teams are, well, Jackson's right on their average. They average 49.9 points a game, and they've got half of 50, so, but the Donettes are a little below theirs. Matter of fact, they're quite a bit below theirs, as they are averaging 57 a game, and they've only got 20. But hopefully the Donettes will come out here in the second half like they normally do when they don't have a very good first half. But I tell you what, ever since Coach Epps picked that game up with Chadwick, they have had 4 tough games to end the regular season. But that was what he was looking for, so they'll be battle tested for next week when the district starts. And they had Chadwick, South Iron, and they beat Saxony at Saxony by 16 on Tuesday night, which is the number 2 seed in the upcoming district next week. And then this game against Jackson tonight. So we'll see what happens here in the second half. Donettes only scored 12 in the first quarter, 8 in the second. And they're going to have to better that here in the second half if they want to come out with a win on senior night. And the Doniphan fans got all fired up there in the second quarter. A couple calls did not go their way, especially the three-pointer that they called a walk on Brooke Klepsik. And folks, that was not a walk. She caught the ball and shot it. And I have no idea what the officials seen there, but all right, it is going to be Jackson's basketball, so the Donettes need a stop. Sarah Owen, Kenzie Reedus, Grayson Kirby, Brooklyn Klepsik, and McKenna Monahan. It will be Wendell and Alsdorf. Wendell's playing with 3 fouls. Alsdorf has 2. Brothers, Gilliams, and Waller. And Donettes start out in the zone, and they rush Gilliams. She's double-teamed and an interception. Monahan got a hand on it, and Klepsik come away with a steal. Gives it to Reedus over in the corner to Monahan. Fakes the three-pointer, dribbles baseline, gives it to Reedus, fakes, goes up, missed it, and a tie ball on the rebound, and it will be Donette's ball. And Kenzie missed a pretty easy one there. I think she accidentally got hit in the face, but it'll be Donette's ball. So the zone defense there caused the turnover. The ball was tipped by Monahan, and Klepsik intercepted it. Lobbed in to Reedus. He turns and faces the basket, gives it out to Klepsik. Klepsik takes it in. Her little runner's too hard, gets her own rebound, puts it up, no good. Wouldn't quite go, but she got fouled. And that foul's on Alsdorf. Now she's got 3 fouls. Well, Jackson getting in a little bit of foul trouble. We'll see if that plays into what happens here in the second half. Wendell and Alsdorf, 2 of the guards, have 3 fouls apiece. And Klepsik's first free throw rims out. She shot that a little bit flat, it looked like to me, to her normal shot. She's leading the Donettes with 8 points so far. Next one on the way. This one's good. That's the first make by either team from the free throw line tonight. And we got a travel in the back court on Waller. And it was the press of the Donettes caused that one. And they got a chance to cut it to a one-possession lead here with 7:27 just going to third quarter. Jackson playing his own. Klepsik is open. Three-pointer, no good. And the ball tipped. And Brothers comes away with it. Waller's going to take it down. Feathers out, head of the key. They leave her wide open at the head of the key. Three-pointer rims out. That one went down in and come back out for Alsdorf. And Reeses got the rebound. Kirby dribbles quickly into the front court, hands it to McKenna Monahan. Out to Sarah Owen. Owen gets a screen, gives it to Kirby. Head of the key to Monahan. 2-3 zone. Well, no, now it looks like they've gone man-to-man. Monahan out near midcourt as she waits on her teammates to set up. And then the ball knocked away from her and stolen by Alsdorf. Boy, you hardly ever see that by Monahan. Waller jumper from the baseline. It's no good. The Donettes are getting some stops now. Now all they got to do is figure out how to score the basketball. Monahan's going to take it into the paint. It's knocked away again. It's going to go out of bounds. And luckily it stays with the Donettes. That's a couple of times McKenna's kind of got a little loose with the basketball. She normally does not do that. She may make some bad passes every once in a while, but she makes enough good ones to make up for it. But last couple times down the floor, she's maybe trying to do a little bit too much. Lob into Reedus. She's double teamed. She's going to get it back out and throws it into the backcourt. Goodness gracious, girls. My goodness. I mean, there wasn't anybody in between her and Monahan, and she just slung it into the backcourt. Jackson's got them all out of whack, that's for sure. Brothers is going to check out, and Wazalewski comes back in. It'll be Jackson's ball all the way back underneath her basket because that's where it went out of bounds at. Pass out front, Waller. Long three-pointer up, and it's an air ball. Well, the Donettes are getting all kinds of chances here. They've only scored 1 point, though, out of about 4 possessions. Kirby lobs it down to Reedus. Reedus turns, back out in the corner. Kirby fakes the three, and she travels. Oh, my gosh. This is hard to believe, folks. If you want to know the truth, neither one of these teams is playing like state-ranked teams. And, of course, it's the other team causing it. Oh, what a move there by Waller as she drove down and put a finger roll up and in. And she's got 9 points now. Now Monahan takes it all the way, and she's bumped on the way, and she'll get a couple of free throws. That one's on 22. That's Wazalewski. That's her first personal. And Monahan will shoot 2. And she misses. Oh, my goodness. Donettes can't make anything. Delita Watson checks in for Kenzie Reedus. McKenna's only got 2 points in the ball game, and she missed that one. And Sarah Owen gets the offensive rebound, and she's going to be fouled. Well, big rebound by the sophomore Sarah Owen, and that one's going to go against Holland Gilliams, and that's 3 team fouls already. Inbounds underneath the Watson, goes up, and she's fouled by Wazalewski. And 2 shots coming again, but the Donettes can't make a free throw. We'll see if the freshman, Delila Watson, can step up there and make one. And Coach Stone King's hollering at the official for not calling any fouls on the other end. Delila Watson cans the first one. That's her first point. Second one is on the way, and it's good. She checks out. Kenzie Reedus back in. Donettes back within 4 again, 27-23. They set up in the full court man-to-man. Waller bringing it up. Owen kind of backs up as she brings it up the floor. Passes it right wing to Wendell. Wendell left wing. To Alsdorf. Down on the block to Wazalewski. Back out to Wendell. Over on the right side, a three-pointer put up, no good. Ball tipped around, and Kenzie Rita saves it. I think she's pushed by Wazalewski. And two officials are talking here. I don't know what in the world. The outside official standing here at half court going to change the call when the other official was standing right there. Just because the Jackson coach has been on them. If they change this call, the roof's going to come off this place, I'm telling you. They're going to get the foul on Wazalewski, and that's her third. And that's a 15 foul. And Coach, the one official that called the official over to try to change it here is buddying up with the Jackson coach now. He was hollering at him a while ago, so you got to, let's see, they send Aubrey Brothers back in for Wazalewski, who picked up the third foul. So they've got three players with three fouls. 27-23. Reedus at the left elbow. Back to McKenna Monahan. Backs it out near midcourt. Puts it on the floor. Hands it to Sarah Owen. Owen has it knocked away. Goes to the floor and picks it up. And we're going to have a jump ball. Another turnover on the Donettes. Too much dribbling by the big girl there. Sarah needs to get the ball back to a guard. I mean, Jackson has given them all kinds of chances. Well, Doniphan should have the lead right now, and they're still down 4. But usually when that happens, the other team will score on you after a while. And there's a three in the corner, and no good. But an offensive rebound. Free throw line Brothers now out to Wendell for three. It's no good. A long rebound to Sarah Owen. Gives it to Monahan. Monahan cuts back into the paint, drops it off, and Reedus is not looking. And luckily, Waller had to go to the floor to try to save it. I mean, Monahan probably shouldn't have passed that because Reedus thought she was going to shoot it. She done had her back turned trying to block out for the rebound. And the Donettes caught another break. Inbounds pass comes to Owen. Out to Kirby. A wide open three is up, and it's good. Grayson Kirby. It's her first bucket of the night. 27-26. Jackson leads by 1. Waller, right wing. The Brothers. Back out front to Wendell. Now on the left side goes to Gillens. Dribbles into the paint. Out to Wendell. Wide open three up, and it's good. That's Wendell's first bucket. Kirby just got her first basket. Wendell answers at the other end. Monahan into the paint. Her shot up is good. That's more like it by McKenna Monahan. That's only her 4th point. 30-28. Jackson on top. 3 minutes and 40 seconds left in the third quarter. And we're going to have a reach-in foul on Monahan, and that is a bad foul because that's her third, and she just reached in as she run by. It wasn't even her man. She would just reach in trying to knock it away. Now she's got to play smart. She don't want to get the 4th one. Waller on the left wing is going to come back out to the volleyball line. Gives it, head of the key, and they run 2 men off the screens there. Alsdorf dribbles in, throws it back out. Waller now on the left side, Wendell goes into the paint. On the other side, Waller, another finger rolls up and good. That's a couple of those she's got on that left side. She's got 11 points. Monahan dribbles to the baseline. Back out front to Sarah Owen. Owen fakes, kicks in the corner. Kirby for another three. It's good! And it's 32-31. And we got a timeout with 2:57 to go. The Donettes have cut it to 1. 32-31. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
We're for road trips. We're for hitting up Arthur Bryant's for lunch and making it to Lambert's for dinner. We're for drop tops, T-tops, classics, cruisers, steel horses, and real horses. Have you ever hit a deer? Yep, we're for you too. We're for getting stuck in traffic and 6-lane freeways that aren't so free. We're for Missouri license plates. No, medals of pride. Like us, no two roads are alike, but we're all connected. We are Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance, and if you're a Missouri driver, we're for you.
I am Doug Green, your Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance Agent, and if you're in Ripley County, I've got you covered.
Well, folks, it's turned into a old-fashioned barn burner. The Donettes trailed by 5 at halftime. They were down 10 points at one point in the first half. I believe it was 10. I know at least 8. And they've cut it to 1. Jackson has the ball. And we got 2 minutes and 50 seconds left in the third quarter. 32-31 Jackson. Maddie Reed is checked in during the timeout for Sarah Owen. And we're going to have a hold. And they're going to start calling all them little bitty fouls. And this is the referee that was buddying up. I'm not saying it wasn't a foul, but he was the one that had his coach had his arm around a while ago from Jackson. Monahan almost got the steal. Wendell drives in, kicks it out. Brothers now in the corner. It goes to Gilliam. She's double teamed. Back to Wendell on the left wing. Wendell will give it back out front. Waller's been the main scorer here so far. They've had a couple other players hit big three-pointers. And now we've got Grayson Kirby guarding Waller. Nice crossover dribble. Shot up and good by number 11, Gilliam. She got it up over Kenzie Reedus. Pass up the floor to Brooke Klepsick on the left wing. Back to Reedus, now over on the right side. McKenna Monahan gives it to Kirby. Kirby takes one dribble, gives it to Reedus on the right block. Turns, shoots, and no good. And the rebound comes down to Jackson. Waller will give it to Gilliams. Gilliams is going to drive it down the paint, and she's going to be tied up, I think, by Brooke Klepsick. Good play by Brooke, and it's going to be Donette's ball. Good defense there by Brooke Klepsick on the drive down to the basket. Peyton Lowry comes back in, and she's going to give McKenna Monahan a rest with 1:46 to go. And Maddie Reedus will inbound it against that 2-2-1 full court press. And Reedus' pass is deflected out of bounds by Wendell. Got a minute and 42 seconds left in the third quarter. Jackson leads by 3. 34-31. And Maddie Reedus again got it deflected out of bounds, and she's coming right back out of the game. Both those passes, she had telegraphed and looked right where she was going to throw it. And that was Alsdorf, who come all the way from half court to knock that out of bounds. And she's seen it coming all the way. Monahan brings it across the half line, and a reach-in foul is going to be on Alsdorf, and that's her 4th. And coming right back in the ball game is Wendell. And Wazalewski checked back in during that last dead ball as well. So Alsdorf, who has 9 points, goes to the bench with 4 fouls. And that was one of those silly reach-in fouls. Klepsick out front to Kirby. She's open again. They pick her up quickly out to Monahan. Monahan drives. Their little floater. Nope, she hands it off to Reedus. And it's going to go out of bounds. And it's going to be last touched by Jackson, I believe. Nope, they're going to say it was off of Reedus. And again, McKenna should have shot that. Because Reedus is not really expecting that. She's looking for her to shoot it, and she's already blocking out. Wendell handed it to Gilliam, and she traveled. And their coach knew that was a travel. He stomped his foot. And Sarah Owens coming back in. And Peyton Lowry will check out. So we've been stuck on 34-31 for a little bit here. Both teams playing really good defense, folks. That's one of the reasons this score's so low. Lob in there to Reedus, and she's not open again, and it's another turnover. They run the play, and they throw it in there whether they're open or not. And they're going to have to quit doing that. Jackson's going to end up getting a score here. Oh, that's a walk. And that time it was on Wazalewski. She was bobbling the ball, and she moved both feet. And I don't know how many chances they're going to give the Donettes, and the Donettes have not been able to take advantage of it. 45 seconds left, third quarter. 34-31 Jackson. Klepsik. And we're going to have an illegal screen on Sarah Owen, I think. Yep. So another chance goes by the boards. Inbounds comes to Wendell. Monahan guarding her. Monahan's got 3 fouls. You don't want to get another one. Hands it off to Gillums. He drives down the left side, going to shoot the jumper, no good. And Klepsik gets the rebound. Donette's got one more chance here before the end of the third quarter. Pass up the floor to Sarah Owen. Going to take it in. Back out front, Monahan. She's going to get into the lane. Her little floater's up and good. There we go. That's what she needs to do. Shoot that ball. Don't pass it. Pass up the floor. And the shot is blocked. And Wazalewski gets it off before the buzzer. But it is a one-point game, folks. 34-33. Heading to the fourth quarter. The Donettes outscored them 13-9 that quarter. And a one-point game going to the fourth quarter. We'll be back in 1 minute. Don't leave us.
Hometown Pharmacy is your one-stop pharmacy for all of your medical needs. Our pharmacists provide shots for flu, pneumonia, and shingles all in this pharmacy with no appointment necessary. Refills can be requested online or through our app, and delivery is available if you live within the city limits. Transferring prescriptions is easy, so come by or give us a call, and our friendly staff will take care of everything. Come experience the difference a hometown pharmacy can make on LaRue Street in Doniphan.
At Mathis Timber, our goal is to provide our landowners with the greatest possible financial return on their timber lands, while not damaging young timber or leaving your property in a mess. We have served Ripley County and the surrounding areas since 1939. We will buy your timber on lump sum total or percentage. We have several references upon request. Contact Craig Mathis at 573-429-0996 and see how Mathis Timber can assist you with all your timber harvesting needs.
Jackson's going to have the first possession. They lead 34-33 starting the fourth quarter. They have Waller, Dilliams, and Allsworth come back in playing with 4 fouls. Wendell and Wazalewski. They have the ball first. And Wendell fakes a handoff, takes it in, and she is fouled by Sarah Owen. And she faked the handoff there, and I don't remember who was guarding her, but they went with the fake handoff and left her open, and Sarah Owen had to come over, tried to block the shot, and Sarah picked up her third foul. So Jackson is 0 for 3 from the free throw line, and they finally get one, and it's from Macy Wendell. She has 4 points. Donettes have Kirby, Monahan, Klepsik, Olin, and Reedus out there, Kenzie Reedus. Next free throw is good. Goes back to a 3-point lead. Just underway in the fourth quarter. Monahan dribbles into the paint, hands it off to Reedus, and she lays it in. It's good, and she is fouled. Now that time she threw the ball. Reedus was expecting the pass. And that's the first bucket for Kenzie since the first half. I think they're actually thinking the first quarter. And she got a chance to tie the game. And that was the third foul on Holland Gilliams. And Kenzie Reedus at the free throw line trying to tie the ball game at 36. Takes her time, puts the shot up, and it's short. Oh, that 53.6 free throw percentage will haunt you in a close game. And that should have been an illegal screen. My goodness gracious. They just called one of those on Sarah Owen on the other end. Wazalewski just hammered. Wow. I don't know any of these officials. I don't know their names, but I think we wish we could have got 3 better ones for this game, folks. So this is a big game. Pass in the paint, and now backing out and shooting an 8-footer is no good. And McKenna Monahan gets the rebound. That was Alsdorf. And the Donettes with a chance to take the lead with 7 minutes to go. And, boy, that was a bad pass by McKenna Monahan, but luckily Reedus was paying attention. Wow. Almost threw it from half court. And she throws another bad pass. Just trying to force the ball in. Klepsik was wide open in the corner. Kirby was wide open in the corner. If they can ever get the lead, I think they might be able to hang on to it, but they just keep turning the ball over. Waller dribbles in, finger roll up, and no, she missed it. She has made a couple of those. Pass up the floor, Monahan behind the defense, goes down, and she is fouled. And that is going to be number 5 on Alsdorf. Only thing she could do was let her score or foul her, and she would have been a lot better off if she'd let her score, I think. But she is going to foul out of the ball game with 9 points. And she actually is their second leading scorer in the game to Waller. And she is done for the rest of the game. And we'll see if we can make some free throws here. Hadn't been very good yet. And that's no good. So far, 3 out of 8 this half. And 3 out of 10 for the game. That's not even close to their 53%. That one goes down. And it ties the game at 36. And Wendell bounces it down low and not able to handle a pass is Brothers. And we got a timeout called by Jackson with 6:12 to go. The Donettes have finally caught up, 36-36, in what has really been an ugly defensive battle between these two teams. We'll take a 30-second break, and we'll be back after this message on Current River Broadcasting.
The housing market is hot and interest rates are still low, making it a great time to sell your house or look for your new home. Either way, Taylor Schleif with United Country American Realty in Doniphan is there for you. Check out her listings online and be assured that Taylor will be with you every step of the way, making the process easier and more enjoyable for you. Come see her at their office in Oak Tree Village or schedule an appointment by calling 996-6786. Taylor Schleif and United Country American Realty, coming soon to a closing near you.
Welcome back, everybody. This is Keith Bowman back at the Bill L. Wright Gymnasium, and we have got a tie ball game. 36-36. The Donettes have been fighting back all night. Finally caught up here as McKenna Monahan hit 1 of 2 free throws to tie us at 36. In a low-scoring game, the defense has been good on both sides. A lot of turnovers, but most of it has been due to the defense. And with 6:12 to go, we are knotted up at 36 all, and the Donettes got the ball on a turnover and have a chance to take the lead. They have already lost Cameron Alsdorf to fouls. And I don't think they have. They got a couple other players with 3. As Jackson has gone to a zone, Kirby's pass is deflected out of bounds. And the Donettes have McKenna Monahan and Sarah Owen with 3 fouls. So with 6 minutes left in the game, it's not really that bad for either team. Klepsik in the corner, cross court to Kirby. Now to Monahan at the head of the key. Now to Kirby, she's open. 3-pointer, bingo! Yeah, baby. Grayson Kirby hits her 3rd three, all here in the second half. And it's a 3-point lead for the Donettes. And a ball knocked away. Klepsik, she falls out of bounds. They're a good hustle by Brooke Klepsik as they batted the ball away, and she had to try to save it. And they are double teaming the ball every chance they get, and Jackson's having a little trouble with it. And we've got a timeout called by Coach Stone King as the Donettes were about to get a 5-second call. And this is a 30, so we'll keep it here. The Donettes were behind 15-12 at the end of the first quarter, and at one point in the second quarter they got down at least 8, I know, and I think it was 10. And they were, at the end of the third quarter, at halftime it was 25-20. And at the end of the third quarter they were down 1, and in this quarter they have scored 6 points and 2 points for Jackson and have taken a 39-36 lead. So they've been battling back all night long. And they finally caught up and went ahead on a 3-pointer by Grayson Kirby. She's got 3 of them tonight. Inbounds pass comes to Wendell. Dribbles into the paint. Hands it to Wazalewski. Her shot is short, and Sarah Owen gets the rebound. They run a good play. They just didn't get the shot to go. Monahan into the front court. Takes it into the paint. Out in the corner to Kirby. Kirby's going to back it back out. Now she dribbles into the paint. Shot up and no good. And the ball tipped around, and Gilliams gets the rebound. Up the floor, Wendell. Wendell's going to stop, shoot a three. No good. And the ball's going to be saved by Monahan, and she's fouled. As Alsdorf couldn't do anything to get stopped. Or excuse me, Wazalewski. And that is her fourth foul. And we'll walk to the other end and shoot a 1-and-1. Now after this foul, the next foul on Jackson, the Donettes will be in the two-shot bonus. But the Donettes have not, they've only made 4 out of 11 from the free throw line tonight. And I believe McKenna's only 1 out of 4, and she's usually, her and Brooke are the two, and Grayson are the 3 best free throw shooters by far. But McKenna has not done very well, so hopefully she'll bear down here and hit these and extend that lead a little bit. And it's no good. And almost a tie ball on the rebound, but Jackson comes away with it. Gilliam stops on the right wing, gives it to Wendell. They leave her wide open, but she doesn't take it this time. She shot one on the break a while ago, missed it badly. Wendell in the lane, knocked away by Sarah Owen. And Sarah Owen set a screen in the back court. That might have been a foul, but she was standing still. Kirby for 3. It's short. And the ball taken away by Monahan underneath. Shot up, no good. Another offensive rebound. Owen goes up and scores, but they're going to call an offensive foul. Oh, my goodness. Oh, folks, this has been some kind of game, I'm telling you. I still think we could have got 3 better officials. The 3 officials we had at South Iron game was a veteran crew. I've seen 2 of these guys before, but the other one I had never seen, but they have not done a very good job. They call fouls on fouls and not fouls, and then they let some go that are fouls. Wendell tied up with the basketball. Got to get some help. Ball batted away. It's picked up by Brothers, and she gives it to Gillens. And then Monahan knocks it out of bounds. Donettes up by 3. Not a whole lot of scoring going on. 39-36. Donettes up by 3. Bounce pass. Wendell dribbles baseline all the way under to the other side. Gives it to Waller. Now out front to Gillens. She goes to the right. Backs it out behind the three-point line. Pick and roll. And a shot up and good by Brothers. And the Donettes have been doing a pretty good job of defending them, but they didn't that time. Pass up the floor to Kirby. Down low, Reedus. Reedus trying to answer back, and she does. 10 points for Kenzie Reedus. And the ball knocked out of bounds by McKenna Monahan. And Peyton Lowry's going to check in and give Brooke Klepsick a rest. I think she has to come out, because she's breathing hard right now. Both these teams are laying it all out there on the floor, folks, and got to give both of them credit. And bounce pass to Gillum. She's double teamed, gives it back to Waller. Waller right up the center of the floor. Ball knocked away from her, goes to the floor, throws it out of bounds. And none of the Donettes touched it. And that was good hands by, I'm not sure who, one of the Donettes knocked it down. And then she kicked it a little bit, but she caught it on the floor and then tried to hit one of her teammates on the baseline and threw it out of bounds. 41-38, and Monahan throws it out of bounds. Can't stand prosperity. She tried to hit Lowry on the run like a football pass would be. They get it inbounds to Gillum with 3:15 to go. She gets around Lowry, out to Wendell on the left wing. Now to Waller, back to Wendell at the volleyball line. She's get back to Waller as Coach Stone King tells her to come and get the ball. Hits Wazalewski, lobs it out on the left wing. 3-pointer up, and then it's good. And we're tied at 41. Back the other way. Monahan hands it to Maddie Reedus. Maddie drives baseline, cut off. Now she drives into the paint, over to Kirby. Open again. Pretty good! That's 4 of them for Grayson. Here on senior night. 44-41 Donettes. 2:30 to go. Pass up the floor. Gillum drives in, and we're going to have a foul on the floor before the shot. That will be the 16th foul on the Donettes. And that one is on Sarah Owen. No, I'm sorry. It's on Peyton Lowry. That's her first. That's the 16th foul. So Jackson will inbound. Now we'll have free throws for both teams the rest of the game. Jackson will be in the 1-on-1 and the Donettes in the 2-shot bonus. And Brooke Klepsik come back in for Maddie Reedus. Pass comes inbound. And Waller fakes the handoff and drives to the basket, and that was poor defense by the Donettes. She just faked the handoff to the person who threw the ball inbounds to her, and both players and Doniphan went for the one that threw it inbounds. And it's a 1-point game again. Pass in the lane. Sarah Owen travels. And again, why? Why do you do it? You got your big girl out on the wing throwing the ball into the other big girl. You need to have the guards throwing it into the big girls. Well, Jackson can take the lead back with 2 minutes to go. Donettes lead 44-43. And they try the same play with Waller. Fakes the three. Hands it off to Gillum. Step back jumper from the foul line. It's no good. Offensive rebound. Shot up block. And then the shot rebounded by Wazalewski. And she's going to be fouled. And that may be on Sarah Owen. If it is, that's her fifth. I have it for her fifth. We'll see what they put on the board, and it is. So Sarah's going to foul out with 4 points. And Coach Epps is going to take all the time he's got here. And it will be Wazalewski. She is a 6'1" junior. And I think she'll be shooting too, and it's going to be Maddie Reedus checking in the game. And Sarah Owen fouls out with 4 points. Now Wazalewski has 4 points. She has not been to the free throw line. And I think it's a 2-shot foul. I think she was fouled on the shot. Her high arcing free throw is good. Ties the game again. They acted like that was a 1-on-1, but it looked like she got fouled on the shot. But since she made the first one, makes no difference. Trying to unlock the tie. And that one rims out. And Brooke Klepsik gets the rebound. So we're tied at 44. What would you expect after the way this game's gone? 1 minute and 35 seconds left. Monahan, left wing to Klepsik. And her pass is batted away, but it goes right to Kirby. Kirby hands it back to Monahan. 1 minute 25 to go. They reset the offense. Monahan, they clear it out, dribbles into the paint, going to shoot the jumper, hits the front of the rim, no good. And we're going to have a tie ball, and it'll be the Donettes ball in the alternating possession. That ball hit the front of the rim and tried to crawl over, but it did not quite make it. So Kenzie Reedus will throw it in. Inbounds to Maddie Reedus. Out to Kirby. Back to Maddie Reedus. Back to Kirby. And she'll hand it to Monahan. Almost lost it. Down to 1 minute to go. Monahan's going to dribble back out to midcourt. Trying to clear it out, and the ball taken away from her by Wendell. Wendell's going to take it down. And the shot is up and good, and she is fouled by McKenna Monahan. That's going to be 4 on Monahan, and it gives them a 2-point lead. And in the first half, McKenna had a little bit of trouble with them taking the ball away from her. And it happened right there at a very bad time. And Wendell has 7 points now, and she can give Jackson a 3-point lead with this free throw. And it's no good. Reedus with the rebound. So it's a 2-point game. Up the floor, Monahan dribbles in, takes it into the paint. Shot up is short, and the ball's saved, but it's saved to Waller. And again, you don't need to go that fast. You got all kinds of time, and the Donettes get a steal. And a pass back to Monahan. And she is fouled. That's going to be on number 11, Holland Gillums. got a timeout call with 34.6 seconds to go. The Donettes trail by 2. And McKenna Monahan's going to be at the line, and she'll be shooting 2. But she has really struggled from the free throw line tonight, as all the Donettes have. They are so far in the ball game, they are 4 for 12. Now, I told you before the game they were shooting about 53.7%. Well, 4 for 12, and I'm no mathematician, but I think that comes out to 33%. So it has not been good from the free throw line. And trailing by 2, that's the difference in the ball game right now. A lot of other things are too, but you got to make free throws to win close games, and right now they haven't done it, but she's got a chance to tie it. And I tell you what, I mentioned earlier, they played the Chadwick game. They had to battle back from a big deficit in that one. The South Iron game, they were down big, come back, got within 4. And then the other night at Saxony, they pretty much led the whole game, but they had to battle in that one till late in the fourth quarter when they kind of opened up the lead, and it's been a battle here tonight. And that's what Coach Epps wanted. He wanted to be battle tested, and they have been tested these last 4 games. And normally you could throw Neelyville in there. That was the game before the Chadwick game. Well, I think they played Sykeston in there, but before that, Neelyville, but they won that one going away. So Monahan's free throw is good. She's pretty cool under pressure most of the time. She hadn't done very well tonight, but she needs this one. 34.6 seconds to go. Second one on the way, and it's good. So we're tied. And the Donettes get a steal. Grayson Kirby lays it in. On ahead for Kirby. And with 27 seconds to go. Oh! And Monahan just fouled out. She just fouled out of the game as Gillum stopped in front of her, and she could not stop her momentum. And now they've got a chance to tie the ball game from the free throw line. It will be a 1-and-1, but Monahan's going to foul out of the game with 9 points. This is her last game here at Doniphan, and she's going to foul out with 9 points, but she has been the one who has started this comeback for the Donettes, and Peyton Lowry checks in for her, and it's going to be Holland Gillums at the free throw line. She will be shooting a 1-and-1 with 25 seconds to go, and the Donettes lead 48-46. And the Donettes crowd trying to talk her into missing this, and she does. And the ball tipped, and Kenzie Reedus gets a rebound, and she throws it away, and the shot is good, and a foul on the Donettes. Oh my gosh. Kenzie was in such a hurry to get rid of the ball. Oh my Lord. And they fouled. Wendell made the basket. She's been the one making the free throws. Oh my goodness. I don't know who that foul was on. Oh, it was on. Well, I'm not worried about it right now. Free throw will take the lead, and she makes it. And a timeout called by Jackson. And Wendell with a big play there. And again, Kenzie Reedus, if she would have just held the ball. But they get in so big a hurry to get rid of that basketball, especially in a close game. So the Donettes have lost McKenna Monahan and Sarah Owen to fouls. So who's going to be the one to take the big shot for the Donettes here as they trail at 49-48? Now Jackson is right on what they average a game. Actually, they average 49.9, which is 50. They've got 49, but the Donettes are way under their average, at about 9 points under it right now. But right now, all they're wanting is 2 more and a stop. And we'll see what happens. We'll see if Jackson applies any full court pressure. Looks like they're going back into the back court, and they're just going to pick up when they get in there. But you got to think, Brooke Klepsig, Grayson Kirby's had a great game. Brooke Klepsig, or maybe trying to get it into Kenzie Reedus, but they cannot force it in there. They force it in there. They've thrown it away too many times tonight trying to get it in to Kenzie Reedus. 24.1 seconds to go. And boy, it has been a great basketball game between these two schools. And Maddie Reedus will be running the point. And she gets it inbounds. Wendell meets her at midcourt. Reedus bounces it, and we're going to have a timeout called by Coach Epps. I bet he wished he hadn't called that, because if Reedus would have seen Grayson Kirby when she caught the ball at the head of the key, she was wide open on the left side with nobody there. She probably could have drove it in for a layup. But we got another timeout, and we will keep it here. Want to remind everybody again, it looks like we're going to be doing the district, and if anything past the district, if we get there, we'll have on the radio. Keep a check on the Kurt River Broadcasting Facebook page, also the Doniphan Athletics Facebook page. They will let you know. Right now, the first game will be Wednesday. The boys will play either Cape Notre Dame or Perryville at 7 o'clock Wednesday, and the girls play their first game at 5:30 on Thursday against either Dexter or Perryville. Well, Jackson out of the timeout here. And right now, both teams have one timeout left. Both teams are in the two-shot bonus. And most of the crowd is on their feet here. And the first thing Donettes got to do is get the ball in bounds. And they're going to have Gillums is going to be on Grayson Kirby. And they got to watch here. They get it in. Kirby handling the basketball. Gives it to Reedus. They try to run a back door. Maddie Reedus. And another timeout called by Coach Epps with 6.6 seconds to go. Well, going down to the wire. And if the Donettes can score here, Jackson may not have enough time to get it down the floor. The only thing is the Donettes, if they do score, got to make sure they don't foul because both teams are in the two-shot bonus. What a game. It's a great way to end the regular season, I'll tell you that right now. And whoever wins this game or whoever loses this game has nothing to hang their head about, that's for sure. I'm sure Jackson thinks they ought to win because they're a Class 6 school, but sometimes some of the smaller schools are just better than the big schools. But here tonight, it's been pretty much even all the way through. So the Donettes don't have a whole lot of time here. They're going to have to do something quick now. And now Jackson calls a timeout to see what kind of offense they set up in. I don't think he even had time to see because Coach Epps was telling the girls where to go out there on the floor after the timeout. And they put a 30-second on the timeout this time. So he is drawing up a play on his board right now. And no more timeouts for either team, so it's either do or die right now. And like I said, most of the crowd is on their feet. The Jackson crowd's all sitting down, but most of the Doniphan fans are on their feet right now. And it'll be Peyton Lowry to throw it in. And Maddie Reedus is going to catch the ball going away from the basket. They're going to have to hurry. Brooke Klepsig takes the shot into Reedus. Reedus turns, goes up, and we got a foul before the buzzer went off. We got a foul. She didn't leave the floor. Their coach is wanting a foul. Foul's going to be on Brothers. She didn't leave the floor. But the thing of it is, Kenzie is not a good free throw shooter. She'll be shooting two, which will make it a little bit easier. And they're going to be shooting. She's going to be shooting like a technical with nobody on the line because the time has run out. But she did not leave the floor on that. She faked and she kept her foot on the floor. Everybody's Kenzie Reedus up the line. Free throw, no good. Well, the best she can do is tie it. You got one more, come on now. Send this game into overtime. Well, here it is, folks. It's either tie or Jackson wins right here. It's good. We're tied. We're going to overtime. 49. And folks, what else could you expect? I mean, the way this game's been, it probably ought to go to overtime. The only problem is the Donettes are without McKenna Monahan and Sarah Owen going into this overtime. And we are tied 49-49. And Kenzie Reedus could have won it, but after she missed that first one, everybody's tickled to death. She just made one of them. But both teams should, I think, get one timeout for the overtime. Whew. Wow. Let's see, Jackson has 2 players in double figures. Caitlin Waller has 16. Macy Wendell has 10. And then Cameron Alsdorf, who fouled out earlier, has 9. For the Donettes, it is 10 for Kenzie Reedus, 12 for Grayson Kirby leading them, 10 for Kenzie Reedus, 9 for Brooke Klepsick, and McKenna Monahan fouled out with 9. So the Donettes will send out Maddie and Kenzie Reedus, Peyton Lowry, Brooke Klepsick, and Grayson Kirby. And they will have Wazalewski, Brothers, Wendell, Waller, and Gilliams. And we'll have a jump ball, and we have a 4-minute overtime. And right now, the Donettes don't have anybody else in foul trouble, so, and both teams are in the 2-shot bonus for the rest of the game, however long that may last. And the ball is tipped, and it will be Waller has it. She's one-on-one, and Maddie Reedus is going to tie her up. And again, a great play on defense by the Donettes. And the Jackson coach is hollering for a foul on the arm, but all she did was grab the ball. And Waller went to the floor, but that didn't look like a foul to me. But of course, I'm a homer here. I want Doniphan to win, so but it looked like it was pretty clean. So that one thing about that, they didn't get a shot off, and the possession arrow favors the Donettes if we have a tie ball now. And the Donettes have the ball. So basically, they're getting the first possession of the overtime. Brooke Klepsick gets it across the half line. Circles back out, gives it to Kirby, head of the key. Over to Maddie Reedus. She backs it out to the volleyball line. Wendell on her, gets into the paint, kicks it out in the corner, and it's stolen. Waller heads to the other end. She's one-on-one. Left-handed shot, no good. Kenzie Reedus with the rebound. Gives it to Maddie Reedus. Maddie, watch behind you. Cross court, Klepsick wide open, fakes the 3. Got it in for a left-handed left. Missed it. Maddie Reedus, Kenzie Reedus with the rebound. And they're going to call a foul before she put the shot up. And again, that's one I wish they hadn't called. And it's going to be on Waller, and I have that for her first foul. She's played, I don't even think she knows she's come out of the game or not. And Kenzie Reedus will be back at the free throw line again, shooting 2 shots. That is the first foul on Waller. Her free throw's good. There we go. That is 11 for Kenzie Reedus. 50-49 Donettes. One more on the way. Next one up, it's long, and I don't think it hit the rim. That didn't, so the Donettes have a 1-point lead. 3:21 to go in overtime. Donettes set up in a full court man-to-man. That's what they've played most of the night with a 2-2-1 zone press thrown in there every once in a while. Inbounds pass comes into Wendell. And Waller comes back and gets the ball from it. Grayson Kirby guarding Waller. Waller hands it to Brothers, hands it back to Waller. Got to get help. Gets it from Gilliams. Gilliams looks over to Coach Stone King for instructions. Just stand there holding the ball at the volleyball line. Now she dribbles and hands it to Waller deep on the right wing. She didn't take the screen, goes in, puts it up, no good. Got her own rebound and laid it in. That's Waller. Got 18 points. Jackson back up 51-50. I was hoping the Donettes wouldn't give up the lead here because Kirby, three-pointer, good! Grayson Kirby, that's her 5th one of the night. She got 15, 53-51, and we got an offensive foul on Wendell. Pushing off But she sent Peyton Lowry flying down the court. And that's the fourth one on Wendell. And Coach Stone King can't believe it, but Lowry just went flying 40 feet down the floor. So the Donettes have the lead back thanks to Grayson Kirby. 2-point lead with 2:20 left in overtime. Maddie Reedus dribbles in, lobs it out in the corner. Kirby's going to try another one. That one's no good. And ball's going to go out of bounds off of number 23 Brothers, I think. Peyton Lowry done a good job to get inside her. And she could not come down with it, so the Donettes will have the basketball. The roof would have come off this place if she would have made that one. Kirby inbounds it. Out front to Lowry. Lowry getting extended time with the foul trouble. Out front, Reedus. Back to Lowry. Dribbles underneath. Throws it over to Kirby on the other side. Now she's double teamed. Gives it back to Lowry. Free throw line to Brooke Klepsig. She dribbles over to the wing. Gives it to Reedus. Reedus back to Klepsig. Klepsig back to Reedus. And a foul going over the top on Wazalewski. And that's going to be her fifth. And number 24, Catherine St. John, who played in the JV game, is going to check in. No. Well, he was going to send St. John in. Instead, number 10, Lauren McDowell is going to check in. Kenzie's free throw, good. There we go. (54-51). And now, what's he saying now? I mean, they're talking about the fifth foul on Wazalewski. She went ahead and shot the free throw. Oh, they're not going to count that. You have got to be kidding me. That's the official's fault. They should have got her off the floor. They told her it was 5 fouls. You have got to be kidding me. I bet they take that point off the board. They did, and she misses it. Oh my gosh, that is pathetic. I'm telling you, I've said it all night long. They took that point off the board. Second one, no good. She missed both of them. And they get the rebound. It should have been 54-51. The official's fault, official's mistake. Gillens hands it to McDowell, back out front to Waller. Minute and a half to go in overtime. They want Waller to take this shot, I'm sure, if they can. Gillens is going to dribble down the left side, forces up the shot, an offensive foul. And that is going to be drawn by Maddie Reedus. And Gillens is fouled out as well. I tell you what, folks, I'm going to hide my mouth on my mic where nobody can see me. But I got a feeling the Jackson coach is going to say they got rooked on the fouls. But both teams are in the two-shot bonus here, so you got to remember that. So they've called almost as many fouls on Doniphan as they have them. It's just that Doniphan has played more players. Brooke Klepsig out front to Kirby. 1:10 to go. Donettes up by 2. Klepsig got a screen if she wants it. Dribbles to the baseline. In the paint to Reedus. Out front, Kirby. Open three. Good! 6th one of the night. Grayson Kirby has given the Donettes a 5-point lead. 56-51 with 50 seconds to go in overtime. Wendell. Again, Lowry goes flying, but they're going to call the foul on Peyton this time. And you don't really want to let them shoot with the clock stop, but it'll be 2 free throws, and it will be Macy Wendell, and she's done pretty well from the free throw line tonight. Really about the only one has. She's made 3, and they've only made 4 in the game, so she's made 3 of them. 56-51. I'm about out of breath, folks. And she makes the first one. That is 11 points for her. And with 46 and a half seconds left, it's a 4-point game. Could be 3, and it is. And Coach Stone King calls a timeout. I'm sure probably all he's got left is full, but we'll take a 30-second break. And don't leave us, folks. You don't want to miss anything in this one. Donettes up by 3.
Hometown Pharmacy is your one-stop pharmacy for all of your medical needs. Our pharmacists provide shots for flu, pneumonia, and shingles all in this pharmacy with no appointment necessary. Refills can be requested online or through our app, and delivery is available if you live within the city limits. Transferring prescriptions is easy, so come by or give us a call, and our friendly staff will take care of everything. Come experience the difference a hometown pharmacy can make on LaRue Street in Doniphan.
Keith Bowman back at the Bill O'Reilly Gymnasium, folks, and in the overtime, the Donettes have outscored Jackson 7-4, and they lead it right now, 56-53. And we'll wait till the timeout clock winds down. I believe it was 46-something seconds left. It's going to be Donettes ball, 46.5 seconds. The Donettes have lost Monahan and Owen to foul. They have lost Alsdorf, Gillums, and Wazalewski. Maddie Reedus gets it across the half line. Goes across court and out of bounds. Oh my goodness. Brooke Klepnik was wide open, but she threw it to the end line instead of throwing it where she could go get it. So Jackson has it. Three-pointer will tie the game. And a three-pointer up, and it's short. Rebound underneath by McDowell. Wendell's going to try it again. It's short again. And the ball's loose on the floor, out of bounds. Off of Waller. The Donettes get it back with 24 seconds left. Wendell had two good looks at it. The first one was an air ball. The second one just barely grazed the rim. Inbounds comes to Kirby. She's going to get it across the half line. Cross-court pass. Waller intercepts it. Oh, my goodness gracious. 12 seconds left. Another three. In and out. And the ball's loose, and Peyton Lowry picks it up with 7 seconds. Gives it to Reedus, and she's going to be fouled with 4 seconds to go. And the Donettes up 56-53. Maddie Reedus has not scored in the ball game. If she makes one of them, the game should be over. And she has 2. She eyes it up, shoots it. Good! Atta girl, Maddie Reedus. 57-53. And Coach Epp sends all 4 players back on defense. All they got to do is let them come down and just don't foul them. Let them shoot it. If they want to shoot a layup, that one is no good. Waller gets the ball. Just back away from her. She's going to throw it up in half court. No good. And that's it, folks. The Donettes have completed the comeback and have won it 57-53 in overtime over the Jackson Lady Indians here on senior night. And what a comeback. They were down 10 points in the first half. And they win it 57-53. Take just a second here to figure up the free throws and the scoring. Both teams, neither team shot well from the free throw line. We'll get to the scoring first of all for the Jackson Lady Indians. It'll be 12 points for Macy Wendell, all of those in the second half. 9 points for Alsdorf. She fouled out of the game. 5 points for Holland Gilliam. She fouled out. Caitlin Waller finished with 18 to lead them in scoring. Nadia Wazalewski had 5, and Aubrey Brothers had 4. They were 6 of 12 from the free throw line in the ballgame. For the Donettes, Grayson Kirby, what a night on senior night for her. She had 18 points, and all of those were in the second half. She did not score in the first half. Her and McKenna Monahan both got into foul trouble, and neither one. Monahan only had 2 at the half. She finished with 9, and she fouled out. And then Sarah Owen fouled out of the game with 4. Kenzie Reedus had 11, made a couple of big free throws. Brooke Klepsik finished with 9, and Dalila Watson had 2. And the Donettes only 9 of 21 from the free throw line. But they win it 57-53, and Coach Epps is on his way up. And we'll get him hooked up here in just a second. This is our final broadcast of the year. Oh, my goodness. All right. You okay?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm still on a lemon drop.
Well, what do you think? I'm out of breath. You talk a little bit.
I think not everybody played their best, which some of that's expected on senior night, last home game. We picked each other up. It was a group effort. Had some shooters that showed up and made some big-time shots for us tonight, too. So shout out to those guys. Man, it's just a total team win right there for sure. Grayson Kirby got hot. Brooke hit some. Maddie had to handle the point. Kenna fouled out. Sarah fouled out. I don't think we played our best the whole entire time, but they buckled down. And games like this is kind of like a playoff atmosphere. They did enough to win the game, and I'm super proud of them. And what a crowd!
Oh my gosh!
Holy cow.
It was full. There was a few seats on this side. Over there on the other side, there was no seats whatsoever, I don't think.
And shout out to our community, man. They back these girls up because they play with the love for the game, and that's easy to come watch. And I'm proud of them, proud of our seniors for sure. This gym's been really, really good to them.
Yeah, that's for sure. I think the most you were down, I believe, at one point 10. I know you were down 8. I think you were down 10, but it seemed like you had to battle back all night long.
Yeah.
And when you finally got the lead, they tied it back a couple of times and maybe even took the lead again. But Kinsey struggles at the free throw line a little bit, but she hit a couple of big ones, though.
How about the one to go to overtime?
Yeah.
Oh, my Lord.
After missing the first one, she had to make that one,
Yeah.
And you didn't shoot very well from the free throw line, or the game would have not been quite so close. But this is a great way to win this in the season, though. I know it's hard on the coach. Hard on the fans, too, but an overtime win over a Class 6 school that is a very good basketball team.
Yeah, they are.
It's got to be great to finish the season on heading into the district. Now, I mentioned it several times, the last 4 games, you wanted to be tough games, and every one of them, almost every one of them, except maybe for the Saxony game, you had to battle back from deficits early in the game and sometimes even in the third quarter to get the wins.
Yeah, and that's a shout out to this group, man. They're just so tough. They're not going to give in, and they're just going to keep making plays. And we got a little funk offensively where we couldn't get a good look there for a while. I think we weren't sharing the ball as good as what we should have, but things opened up. I'm just so proud of these seniors because basketball is hard, and not very many people want to do it, and especially do it the way we do it. It just takes so much of you, physically, mentally, spiritually even, and I'm proud of them. They're tough as nails, and I go to battle with them any day.
Well, Grayson Kirby, I had her for 18 points, 6 3-pointers, and all those in the second half.
6 threes.
Yeah, she hit 6 threes, and all those were in the second half because her and McKenna both got in foul trouble, got those 2 fouls, and then you kept doing the offense-defense thing in the first half, which normally you don't have to do.
No, but I didn't want either one of them to get 3 fouls, and they were smart enough that they didn't. And as wild as that was, I'm impressed that they didn't pick up their third in the second quarter.
Well, McKenna, she come out, and I think I had her for 9 points, which is probably a little bit below what she normally gets, but she, I don't know. She's the motor that makes the team run.
She sure is, and she didn't have her best night tonight, and her teammates were there for her and picked her up. And I know senior night's emotional, and she's 1,000% heart, so obviously she's going to be a little emotional too. But her defense, she made some great big-time steals there at the end of the game and dumped it to Kirby or whoever made that little 2-footer right there. Big plays by them, and when you do the little things enough, big plays turn out for you every once in a while.
Well, and you said Maddie come in, run the point after Kenna fouled out, and she only made one of those 2 free throws, but that made it a 2-possession game right there at the end. And the Waller girl ended up shooting that ball from down here. If that had been a three-point game, she could have took a couple more dribbles and got a halfway decent shot. But that was a big free throw, even if she only made 1 out of 2.
That's right.
And that was her only point of the night.
And we were talking about what we were going to do if she missed that first one, and Coach Honeycutt said it don't matter if she makes one, and she made it, so we didn't have to adjust. So I'm proud of them. They did enough to beat a really good team tonight, and gets us with some momentum, a little bit hot coming into districts here at the right time.
So you got, I guess, the weekend and then 3 days off before you play next week, and you won't find out until Tuesday night, right, who you play?
Right.
But, I guess you just kind of prepare for both of them, or just try to work on what you guys do best?
Probably just going to work on us, and then we'll adjust and whatever we need to do on Wednesday, and we can kind of see if we need to change anything or matchups.
I know that Dexter, the Giles girl's back, right? I seen her play last night.
Yeah, she's playing with the torn ACL.
She's playing with
I guess it may be partially torn, but it's torn.
She had a big old brace on her knee I seen last night.
Yeah.
And they got, I don't know what the final was, but they got hammered pretty good.
They got beat by 31 by Fredericktown.
At home, right? It was at home, too.
And that's Fredericktown's probably coming in the district tournament. Probably one of the hottest teams in the tournament right now.
So and you play the winner of Dexter and Perryville.
Yes.
So I guess it could be one of those teams then probably that could win that game then.
Yep, it should be a good game.
Well, it's been a lot of fun this year. I tell you, I've really enjoyed it.
Appreciate you, man.
Well,
hopefully you get to do some radio for us.
Actually, we're supposed to. We're supposed to. As far as I know, I'm not really sure what station we're going to be on yet. Probably 88.3 again, but we found out that the Fuchsia said that it was okay. So
good deal.
We'll be doing the girls and boys as long as you play, and hopefully it'll be a long time.
I hope so.
Well, Adam, great game tonight and great season, and congratulations to you and all the girls. And we will talk to you, I guess, on Thursday night, hopefully after another win, and heading into a Saturday afternoon game if you win that one on Thursday.
I appreciate it, man. Thank you.
All right, that's Adam Epps, the head coach of the Donettes. They complete a great comeback here tonight and defeat the Jackson Lady Indians 57-53 in overtime. And one more time before I get off here, I want to read this list of seniors that run our cameras here at Kurt River Broadcasting. And Matt Morin, he is the man behind all of this that you see every time we do one of these games. He started this thing, and it is amazing. And I think most of you folks out there know it. And but these kids here are all seniors in his class, and these at one time or another, and probably multiple times, have run the cameras here at the games. They are Chelsea Borkus, Larity Chapman, Emily Glasgow, Carly Highfield, Carter Mathis, Michaela Orick, Destiny Westfall, Chris Black, Cam Barton, Sean Gazaway, Charlie Jones, and Ashton, I think that is Reardon. I hope I said that right. But those kids do a fantastic job. And if they weren't here doing that, you wouldn't be able to watch these games. And we had an outstanding full house here tonight for the last game of the season. So I hope that you have enjoyed all the games we brought to you here on Kurt River Broadcasting on YouTube. Now this is our final game that we will have, but we will be following the Dons and Donettes on the radio for as long as they stay in it. And hopefully that will be a good long ride for us on the radio for Doniphan basketball. And one more thing I was going to say. I'll tell you what, this game here's got me all messed up. I can't remember anything. But anyway, make sure, I know what I was going to say. Just check the Kurt River Broadcasting Facebook page and the Doniphan Athletics Facebook page, and they will let you know what radio station we're going to be on next week. But we'll be there Wednesday and Thursday, hopefully on Friday and Saturday. So that's going to do it for this year. And I want to thank Dalton Pennington also, who's been my helper here most nights here doing the games. I wish he could have been here tonight because he sure missed a good one. But for the last time this year, this is Keith Bowman for Kurt River Broadcasting. Good night, everybody.